life of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer. With boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Welcome to the land of woman. Today, welcome is girl veteran. Oh 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 oh. Oh 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 oh. I like girl veteran. More girl and veteran. I like girl veteran. More girl and veteran. I like girl veteran. More girl and veteran. I like girl veteran.
Welcome to the land of woman, the land of the rum, the land of the steel and the oil and the drum. Beat like pan, love and the drum. Man and woman, them go down, go down.
Moto there, all the way linemen, avenue pumping. What we go do right now, everybody sing out loud. Oh 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 oh. Oh 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 oh. Again and again. Oh 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 oh. Welcome to the land of woman. Oh 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 oh. Welcome, welcome. I like more gal and fat and rum. I like gal, fat and rum, more gal and fat and rum. I like gal, fat and rum.
Rise up. It's the NETT Radio Breakfast Show, bringing you the energy, music, and vibes to start your day right.
All right, everybody. So you know what? Let's make sure we start your day A-okay. Good morning, Trinidad. Good morning to Tobago. Neighbors in the Caribbean, how are you doing? Friends and family streaming all around the globe, different time zones, different time slots. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to it. Welcome to New Era TT Radio, the heartbeat of the Caribbean. And yes, we take you above and beyond. Welcome to the land of fat and rum. Welcome to the land of good times and good people. Welcome everybody to the breakfast show. How are you people doing this morning? Much thanks to the Heavenly Father for bringing us together for another day. And all that we do, dear God, let it be a blessing unto you. Sir Charles. Yeah, that is me. And I'm here with you and happy to be in this space with you this morning as always. As we welcome you to your Get Up and Go, everybody. It's a Wednesday. Yes, it is a Wednesday. So you know what? Welcome to the breakfast show.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here, we bring in the soca way. Yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line, let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Good vibes rolling through the air. The breakfast show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your doubles or your morning drink.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Oh my word, it's Hump Day. Yeah, it is Hump Day. And of course, welcome everybody. Welcome to the breakfast show. And of course, yes, you are on to New Era TT Radio. We're happy to be in this space with you. And say good morning to Richetta, who will join us at some point in time this morning. And of course, Wendell, who's here very early as always. Wendell, good morning. How are you doing?
Morning. I struggle today, too. My God.
Yes.
Morning, Sir Charles. Morning, Richard. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Morning, listeners and viewers all over the globe. It's Wednesday morning. It's a bit cloudy outside, so just be mindful of that as you traverse the roads today. But it's a beautiful day today. We're happy to be in the land of the living, as who's that who would always say that? Sis Super, I think, would always message that. It's good to be in the land of the living, For those celebrating birthdays, I just have a few. Jared Mendez, happy birthday. Elizabeth Henry, Marcia Raphael, who else? Why do I have Elizabeth Henry more than once? Sat Prasad, Otis James Corby, don't know who that is. Jackie Thompson. Those are all the people celebrating birthdays today. Today, of course, is May 20th.
Yeah, 20th.
Yes. Whose birthday is it also around this time? Pastor Pande is somewhere around this time. Yeah, his birthday, I think might be would have been the 22nd or the 25th, somewhere there. You know why I remember that date?
Yeah.
You know why I always remember that date? It was the date that they also chose for the opening of the Piaco Airport. Remember the Piaco Airport was mad and all kinds of scandals.
Right. Yeah.
Shirley John was the Minister of Works and Transport, I think, during that time. And they had announced the opening of the Piaco Airport on his birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is a good way to remember.
things.
Yeah, I don't forget.
The events.
Those things have stuck in my memory and refuse to move.
Once you link things to event, you remember them.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Like I always link the coming into power of the NAR on December 15th as the day before A&R Robinson's birthday. His birthday was the day after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, leaders like to do things like that too.
No, and he didn't plan that because he didn't plan the election. The election was called by the then PNM, George Chambers.
Okay.
And for December 15th. And I don't know that A&R Robinson expected to win that kind of landslide back then. But it happened the day before his birthday. Yeah. You know, you know who showed Gael showed a tribute, a documentary on George Chambers 2 days ago. I watched it. It was great. Thank you, Gael. Errol Fabian was being interviewed by Dominic Kalipasad. And they were talking about George Chambers. So they went through all the history when he was selected as Prime Minister, when he lost, the attempted coup. Oh, a very nice program Gael showed the other day with George Chambers. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, that is fantastic. You know.
Yeah. Those kind of old time history things is good. And Dominic Kalipasad is very good at that. Very, very good. Morning, Mr. Kalipasad, wherever you are.
Yeah.
He's very good at that.
A real veteran in the business, and continues to do his stuff outside there, which is really good, you know.
Yeah, man.
Keep active, Mr. Kalipasad. Keep all your faculties in check. Keep doing stuff. Keep the brain working, and you keep working.
Yeah. So that's it. Those are my greetings for the morning.
Yeah, well, I was now checking through to see if I had any birthday greetings today, and so far I didn't know, but I'm now checking the WhatsApp to see if anybody's thing. So if they do, I will let you all know. But yeah, well, I'm feeling a little better this morning getting up because I got to bed early. I deliberately had to pull myself to bed at a certain time last night because the night before, for some reason, I got up. I went to bed around 11, which is normal, but I got up around 1, just after 1. And then I couldn't get back to sleep. So 2 o'clock, no sleep. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, no sleep. 5 o'clock is when I started to feel sleepy. I had to get up to the program and looking at it. I thought, why do these things happen?
Yep.
So all throughout the day, I struggled yesterday. I struggled throughout the day, fighting that sleep yesterday. And every opportunity I get, I was like, not enough. Yeah. So I had to go into Port Speed. And so I took a maxi going down. And hey, this man not enough in the maxi, but can't help it.
Right.
Can't help it. But, you know, what I wanted to mention the other day is that going through City Gate, I noticed it. You know, they have these, well, I don't know how much, you probably don't go through City Gate at all. But when you reach down at the bay, they normally lock the gates where the traffic is passing through mostly. And they have these turnstiles. And they have 3 of them. But the one to the extreme right is what most people use. So that one is running kind of free. But there's the second one in the center. You gotta be I'd be a real strong man to go through that one. No little old lady to go through that turnstile. And and I'm sure that is not a now thing. That is probably so for the longest while. And I'm wondering, so nobody at City Gate who does maintenance, because they had some people doing some work there the other day right by the toilet area, because when they go through there, that's where the main toilet area. I said, so nobody who does maintenance at City Gate passes through that to see if that turnstile is working freely, you know, and that would have had to come like that over a certain time, you know. So where's maintenance people with these things, and why are they not, like, I don't know, like you come to work and go out and do all you want. If all you feel to do anything, collect all your money at the end of the month and go home, you know?
So Charles, that happened. That is all over Trinidad, and I don't know what Tobago you're talking about there. That issue of maintenance. I'm sorry, you know. You got to tell somebody to do that, you know. They ain't checking on that, you know.
No. And if that is your job, to make sure that the things are working properly, you know, because sometimes you're walking through Port of Spain, even in the parks area, you're seeing benches. 1 minute you pass, you might see one piece of the wood missing. It's okay, they probably repaired before 2 or 3 missing. They pass back a couple of months after, and the thing is just deteriorating. And so nobody is maintaining the thing. And it is like, once you're working for government in this place, it's like that is the key situation. Because private
maintenance of any space, even at your home, it had to be naturally in you, you know. To go around checking to make sure your door not creaking or that you are acting a WD-40 to check it out now and then. Or to, maintenance is had to be in you.
No, but when you work with public in the public domain and things like that, somebody has to hold somebody accountable. Because I remember I was telling you yesterday about the cruise ship experience and stuff. And while you're on the cruise ship, in like, okay, during the day you're seeing certain things, they will block off certain areas, certain times at the night time when the traffic is low, people are not outside. You'll see people repairing things while the ship is on the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so why it is that we have to have places like that, and people are not doing and seeing what needs to be done.
Yep. Morning, Richard.
You sound very heavy this morning, but anyway, good.
No, actually, we're not heavy, you know.
Okay. Good morning, guys. Good morning to our listeners and viewers, wherever you are, in whatever time zone. Good morning, Wendell and St. Charles. But I mean, maintenance is an issue. I sometimes, like, when I went to report my missing plant a couple of years ago, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't know, surprise police officer. I was looking around because this is a new police station, and I was saying, you know, you could see it aging. But I call it a new police station, but you know what I mean, Wendell?
Yes.
And you could see it aging, doors looking, you know, beaten up, and I'm saying, you know, isn't there? I'm not blaming the police officers there. I'm just saying there should be a maintenance department within the TTPS that you could see, okay, let's keep it looking a particular way.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to look as new and as welcoming as possible. That would be my mindset. If I was the facilities manager. And so that any little thing that needs tweaking and fixing, you're constantly on top of it, because when you're constantly on top of it, it's less work,
Yes.
than having to be remedial. And I mean, that was a couple of years ago when I went in, and I was like, but you know, the business of funeral, I mean, it seems as if I'm segueing, but I'm not. The business of funerals, you know, you have to go to police stations to get the cremation form stamped. You know, there's a bureaucracy of a funeral.
A process, yes.
There's a process, and I had to go through it again. But I didn't go through with my aunt. I was assisting some close family concerning that a couple of days ago, and one of them involved you went to one police station, which was St. Joseph. And St. Joseph said, for future reference, St. Joseph, if you want to get cremated and stuff and you need your things stamped, you would think you could go into any police station. No, you can't. From Arima to Shafla, you have to go St. Joseph.
Oh?
Yeah. And from beyond Shafla to wherever, you have to go to Mova. Right? I don't know where the wherever is. All I know is once you go beyond Shafla, and the person was from Santa Cruz. So you were told St. Joseph, and when you went to St. Joseph said, no, it's not here. No, I don't know, first of all, why you can't do it anyway. That's the first question. Because to me, just stamping up something that saying that somebody can get cremated, you have a death certificate. But you have to go more. Of course, St. Joseph tell you need X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E. So they say, no, God, we have to go back because we have to go and get the birth certificate. So I'm the driver. I'm the designated driver that morning. And I'm driving, and so we've left St. Joseph and we're heading back. So as we're heading back, because I know the bureaucracy of the public service on a certain sector, I pull aside in Kira and I said, look, I think we should just go over anyway and just try. Okay? So some calls were made anyway, and we go to Mova. We eventually end up in Mova. And of course, it got through Mova with not all of the ABC and XYZ, right? So everything was done in Mova. But they were reporting to me that in Mova, they don't know how the Mova police station officers don't feel claustrophobic, and for them, the working conditions were not appropriate.
That's up in the back road, up Lady Young, right?
Yes.
That one, okay.
Yeah, the friendly space was obviously not well maintained. They didn't understand how the officers, even the quality of work life in the space had to be terrible. But a side story to this is that I didn't go to the police station, so I didn't see it, so I can't comment. So I just go to the report. But it cut next to the maintenance thing. This side story is absolutely nothing to do with that. And there's a bar across the road from the police station, kind of across the road, close. But for parking purposes, police stations never have parking. So I decided to park there. There was one slot there, but you can't just park. You have to go inside and buy something. So I went inside and I bought like a Minute Maid or something. And there's a parlor right next door, and I bought something.
We'll accept that.
Yeah, I bought a Minute Maid.
We'll accept that.
And I bought a cheese stick with it. So I started there eating the thing outside. They have a place outside. And I'm minding my own business. This man come up to me. Oh, good. The heat today, boy. Oh, God. No, it's very hot in truth. It's really heat. I could go to Cora River now, Yo, boy, I could go to Cora River now and swim, boy. I used to swim like a fish, I'm not minding my business. I just go, I did not say nothing. I just go,
Trying to get a drink out of here, what?
No. I just go, He said, but them in there and them in Cora, it doesn't watch up there again, I go, Yeah, boy. Even the crab's supposed to be free. You can't get the crab at them again, But then in there, The moral of the story is that he was in there. What's the realistic Twilight Zone? I'm like,
he wasn't talking about himself. He was
talking particularly about them. When correct. Trinidad, boy, you just had to go with the flow. Yeah. You just had to go with the flow. Just go with it.
Their family used to cuss one another. They see word, all of them on the country, the same word, same thing. All of them, same story.
Yeah, don't overanalyze it.
Yeah.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Anyhow, let's jump into our good news segment, and we will be back to greet people in the street.
How does South Korea recycle 98% of its food waste? Nearly every piece of food there goes to compost, animal feed, or is turned into renewable energy. The staggering thing about this is that when they first started tackling this problem, they actually threw away 98%. And in 20 years, they now recycle 98%. So So why aren't we all doing this? There are 300 facilities across the country that solely recycle food waste, 15,000 tonnes per day. The way they got to that stage is quite interesting. You see, South Korea banned food waste going to landfill. They did this by making it mandatory to separate your food waste from your trash, which a lot of countries do. The difference in South Korea is you get charged for doing it and then fined if you don't. And that charge works in a couple of ways. Some people have electronic weighing scales in their houses and then they pay on like an e-card according to how much food they've weighed that they pay for to be recycled. Some people buy a compostable bag and then recycle it on the streets. There are versions, but every version costs someone money. And then there are fines for those that don't separate their trash and their food waste. What's pretty cool is that food waste is also turned into renewable energy source. It's called a biogas. They produced 100,000 tonnes worth last year in terms of an oil equivalent, powered solely by food people are thrown away. So why aren't we all doing this? To answer the original question, cost. This is not inexpensive. For some countries, this is not a scalable option. For other countries, though, it could be, and I do wonder why it isn't. For example, in the US, 60% of their food waste gets thrown away every single year to landfill.
I found that to be
that is so instructive, Sir Charles, about how South Korea handles it, and it's really about how organized and regulated societies are in terms of dealing with every aspect of human existence and human toll on where you live, and how serious you are about it. Because all of that, they're talking about all those fines and stuff they're talking about, it's all of that is regulations and laws, right? And so people, once you have proper regulations and laws and things like that, it starts to regulate people's behavior in a particular way, and over a period of time, it changes behavior. But you have to have the willpower to do it. I'm sure there was initially resistance to all of that when it was first introduced.
I am sure.
But now people say this is what it is and this is what you have to do, and it's for the existence of the environment and stuff like that. And even though I know we have recycling done here, it's still kind of informal in a kind of way, and you don't get penalized if you don't do it. First of all, the regular garbage people don't even pick up recycling.
No.
Which is problematic. So the state, I suppose, has some level of blame to take, because if you're recycling, you have to find a particular bin to drop off your recycling or go to a recycling place, which is not always convenient for people.
And the other thing about it also, Richard, is that it is something that we started a conversation with here in Trinidad and Tobago, where that is concerned, and we just fell off it. Nobody doesn't even talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are people who recycle. I mean,
no, I'm talking about there may be people doing it, but there's nothing in the national conversation that keeps it out front to let you know this is what you do. So if people started, they will go back into their old habits.
Yeah, it doesn't push people forward.
The pilot project was started at TPRC, Tunapuna Piako, especially in the Twin City area. They had started doing it, and it just, as Sir Charles said, it just ended, it just fell off. I don't think anybody bothers to separate plastic or paper or anything like that. No.
No.
No, we do. No, people do it.
Some people
do it. We separate plastics and other garbage. And
but when you put it outside, they're not keeping it separated.
No, you have to keep it. I have to go to a bin. I have to drive to a bin that's not that far, or that is on a business compound, to drop off that plastic.
Okay.
So my plastic bags would collect, and when it reaches about 7 or 8, I would throw all of them into my car, and I would drive to that area and just put it into the bin there. But I meet sometimes a lot of other plastic there, so there are lots of other people doing it. But I mean, it's an effort, and I mean, we've been doing it for years. For years, I can't remember how long we do it now, that we have always been separating our plastic. But what I'm saying, it's an effort, and it's not, the society doesn't make it easier. Like, for example, I have to drive to get to the bin to dispose of it. I know some people collect it, and you could get money for it. So there's some places that weigh how much plastic you have.
It's very minimal, though. It's very minimal.
Yeah, but I'm not bothered with that. That's too much effort. It's already an effort to find the bin. So I just go to the bin and I drop it off there. But I assume many Trinidadians and Bigonians don't have 2 sets of bins for plastic and for regular waste and stuff in their households.
No.
Which would be an automatic thing that you would see in like North American households, a lot of North American households or European households. You would see that.
You'll get a ticket too if you put it out, if you mix it outside. In New York, I know you get tickets, if you mix the garbage and so on.
Yeah. And this is what South Korea and other places are doing. So you could be fined. And as Richard said, also, people are paid, so they you could turn it into.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because remember, there was a time when you would have been paid to collect like beer bottles and stuff. People were collecting those cases. You hardly see them around because people are collecting them.
Yes. Yes. No,
and
not
getting
again.
paid for it. So it was a job for somebody, Just like
hustling bottles was something worth it. Now it's not.
Yeah. So we got to keep it out. Wanda, let's greet people on the stream quickly.
Yeah, let's try to go through as much as this as possible. Ava Smith came in at 11:40. Valerie Mendoza at 12:09. Robert Allen, Eunice Dublin, Odell Guy. Anthony Tinto is also sending happy birthday to his niece Crystal Gopal, aka Tingling. Okay. Tingling, happy birthday from Uncle Anthony. Trinman says happy hump day to the humpers. Erica Charles, Pamela O'Connor, Felix Kozo also sends happy hump day. Kenny in Harlem, Manuela Peters, Victor Phillips says good morning. Sis Super, have faith in God, blessing and love. Bernadette and Nelicia Yates. Apollinus, manager, that's Norris Ferguson, Robert Taylor. 2 national footballers were held in a drug operation yesterday. I don't know if you all got that news.
Wasn't it? It was weed or something, wasn't it?
No, weed. Was it weed? I think it's weed.
Yeah, I think they make it sound so dramatic, but I think it was weed.
Well, it's always dramatic when it's weed. You're
Yeah.
playing, these people. Yeah, well, let me see this. Very sorry. Yeah, it says 2 national footballers allegedly held during a drug raid in Cunupia. It says details. But the article don't say weed, Details surrounding the quantity and type of drugs allegedly found were not immediately available up to late Tuesday.
I hear this weed.
But don't get let's leave it with you. We're coming back to headlines just now.
Yeah. You know why I said that? Because of a name triggered me. Robert Taylor, good morning. Michael Cadet, Margaret Thomas, Debbie Modeste, Carol Guevara, Edwin Joseph, Marlon Motley, Mrs. R, Boy Bidesi, Prabha Ramdial, Carla Hercules, Katian Charles. No extra greetings this morning from Katia. No, actually, it came after. Joyce Phillip, Carlisle Cupid, Wayne Ramsey, Diane Payne, Kurt Hope, Diana Hamill, Michael Eastman, Ingrid from Tucson, Merle McCormick, David McCarthy, Sankofa also says greetings. Alistair Hart, good morning, guys. Did you all see the TV6 poll last night? Actually, I didn't. Subash from Woodland, Carol Guevara is May 25th. It's definitely May 25th. Thanks, Carol, and thanks, Norris. Sankofa, PNM should buy Chambers' house, but is Chambers' family own it? The house up at Santa Margarita you're talking about. Lester Cragwell, good morning, guys. Sandra Gabriel, Gavin Frank. You're lucky they come in at all, Sankofa. Magic says Grand Rising, Arlene Lewis, Kim Govaya, Margarita Chow, Lester Cragwell. Kim Govaya is saying, yes, Charles, that sleeping woes you experience. Get a grounding sheet. The Dildil, this is a new name, MBWA, managed by walking about. True, eh? That's a good strategy. Beauty culture. Wayne Joseph says good morning. Lincoln Foxshot says it have MTS. MTS still around?
Yes.
You don't hear much about MTS again. Carla says maintenance is like blood; it must be in your veins. That's exactly how I think. It had to be in you to be maintaining even your own home. It had to be in you. Lincoln, you should see Toko Station. Nadia Stephen, morning. Some rechatters here. Cheryl Johnson, good morning. Anthony Miguel, Jason Samuel, only 8 cents to use that system per load. Yeah, I think it's very, very minimal. You know? You carry a whole big jumbo bag of plastic bottles and you think you're getting plenty, you get about 30 cents. You know? Dean Allen, hi everyone. The optimum percentage of an annual budget for building maintenance is 2% to 4% of the building's total replacement value. Wow. Colton Finch, good morning. Mrs. R is ranting here. She's good morning, kings and queens. That's from Florence Bazi. I don't know what she's talking about. It must be the recycling thing. Lester Cragwell said, what became of the tire recycling plant in Sealots? It just tears an empty space. I think the machinery is still there too, rotted. Chris Tusa, morning. We have 2 different trash trucks and 2 different trash cans, one for regular trash and one for recycle. Carlisle Cupid says every local government had people trained by Canadians to establish a food waste recycling, which produces marketable manure. The entire project never got properly established. Here I am head shaking. Colton Finch also says Lincoln Foxshire, 12 people just clamor they want work, but when they get work, they don't want to work. Kim Govaya, putting all joke aside, why is it taking so long with over 5 persons held and all the searchings and here? It's not 5, I think it's up to 7, Kim, in Tobago. I think it's up to 7 people they have now held for the disappearance of that guy. It's crazy. Dean Allen says we recycle in our household, drop off plastic bottles. Diana Hamid, actually, when my household is separating plastic waste like Richard, there's a bin at the cricket center in Cuba. I know some places they used to have bins set up. Mandela Park was one. I don't know if they still have it there. There was a huge recycling operation. Janelle Penny Young was involved in that, and under Mayor Tim Key. I don't know whatever became of that. Sankofa said, I'm 50 years old.
Because I was saying in Trinity, it is picked up, so apparently it still continues in Trinity.
Okay, all right, well, good to hear. A lot of rechatters here. Trini gets fit. Richard, hello, stick a pin, babes. All right, so it's happening in Trinity still. Thanks for that, Mrs. R. Scorpion Pepper says, good morning, sunshines. As I said, people are chatting on recycling. Nicola Nichols, Cod Charles says Julian Small from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, morning. CJ from New York in Trinidad, sending love and positive vibes. Trinity Mill Kitchen, the port. Yeah, I saw that in Florence. I didn't quite understand it. TV6 poll, Alistair Hart says, do you believe that the view of Minister of Finance that the economy is stable? 100% said no. Well, that I could understand that answer. All right, so those are the greetings.
100% said no.
Yes. They said, do you believe?
They don't often get 100% polls.
True.
That people are all on,
Especially where you had that chance to support your government then. To be a blind supporter. Which happens, even on that TV6 poll,
And paid supporters.
Yeah.
And paid people to go and say yes or no.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
but obviously, that statement does not ring true with people at all that the economy is stable.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, for 100% to say no, they do not think that it's stable.
Oh, I just got, what the hell is this? Anyway.
And yeah, let me say good morning to Foxy.
No, that's quickly. Now somebody sent me a picture actually,
Of what?
Of the 2 footballers. I'm not sharing it. Don't ask me to share.
I know who one of them is. So.
Right. So good morning to Captain Ron, who came in very early, also to Brenda in Penal. Zena, good morning to the Powder Puff Girls. Miss St. Augustine, good morning to you. Frank in Aruka, CJ in Trinidad, Mahi out there in London, Fifi in Addis Ababa, Callan Kelly out of Carnage, Rena Boudreaux Jennings, good morning to you. Chris Toussaint is also here, Archbishop Ashton Clark, Kent in Laventille, Debbie Modest, good morning to you. Mr. Billy, Peter Wilson, good morning. And of course to Pauline, who's also on the chat. People, it's now 20 minutes before the hour of 7 o'clock. Stay with us. We will be back shortly.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box. It's the grand clearance sale at Fats International Styles. Everything must go. All clothing, only $100. Sneakers, just $200. Yes, you heard right. Massive deals, unbeatable prices while stocks last. Visit Fats International Styles Arima opposite Castro's restaurant. Don't miss your chance to grab the hottest styles at crazy clearance prices. Hurry in today because once it's gone, it's gone.
St. Teresa Preschool presents their fundraising boat ride, Dancing Under the Moonlight, on Saturday, the 23rd of May, 2026. It's a collaboration of colors on board the Island Royalty. Bring your own coolers. Boarding time, 11 p.m. Sailing, 12 midnight. Music by DJ Chaotic from Sweet 100 FM. Kryptonite Sounds with Mr. Flavor of NETT Radio TT. Dress code, elegantly casual. Gorgeous ladies wear blue. Handsome gentlemen wear pink. Admission, early bird tickets $200. Regular $250. No oversized cooler. For more information, call 375-6527-719-3379. Dancing Under the Moonlight aboard the Island Royalty.
Scandal in Cipriani College, we are back. The box office smash Scandal in Citrus is back. We are back because you demanded it for 3 nights only. Friday the 29th and Saturday the 30th of May at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 31st at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available now at usual outlets and online. Scandal in Citrus, we are back at Cipriani College. See it again or see it for the first time. Don't miss it.
Scandal in Citrus.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
All right. Just to make a quick plug for Rumbox, you're going to... Sorry, just to make a quick plug for Rumbox. If you're driving the Rumbox now, you will see huge plastic bags of plastic bottles. Because we do it here. We separate it. I think the Harper have an arrangement with somebody to come and pick it up every now and then.
Harper just sent that message when there.
Who?
Harper just sent that message.
No, actually, no, I just remembered it. Because it's kind of obvious when you drive in the driveway, you'll see these huge bags of plastic bottles there. You know? So because the person like the labs, because right now I think it must be on its third bag. Whoever collected it. Yeah. But Gregory Boyer, who is also a Trin City man, says Trin City garbage is not recycling. You may separate and they may collect. However, it's placed in the same truck. So there you go. All right.
Yeah, so, they recycle it somewhere else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe they separated somewhere else. Even though that's you already should have 2 separate trucks.
Exactly. If they're throwing one in the same truck, trust me, they're meant separating that when
they compact everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's already recycling.
It's not. You making the attempt as a homeowner.
They're wasting your time.
Yeah.
So Mrs. R was wrong then.
Well, obviously, Richard, isn't she wrong most of the time?
No, she's not.
Look how you look at that costume anymore.
No, she's not.
Come on, let's see.
It's a good thing you say that I didn't say it. Anyway, PM trying to distract from failing government, says Penny. That's one of the stories trending in Express Online. Angelo Probe, 7 now in custody. You can't get more ridiculous than that. Tobago, get all the act together now. TTPS and Tobago, get all the act together. Sent in victory, and that's cricket. Charles Betters TNT decathlon record, and that's Dorian Charles. Of course, some other trending stories. 3 women held in Angelo's disappearance. 3 women. Contract workers at Center of Passport Appointment scam. Because I was also hearing last night in the news a kind of story trending towards him being taken somewhere else, but he's not. You understand? Somebody took him away from whoever was taking care of him. Something like of that nature. I don't know what it is. Judgment against Jusamco. Underground car shows draws thousands. I saw a video of that. Wow. We have some really expensive, nice cars here. British traveler held $6 million in ganja seized. Now, that was the next crazy story. You walk into the airport with $6 million worth of ganja in your luggage. I mean. Anyway, those are all trending stories in today's Express Online.
All right. So the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian for this morning. One of the main stories, another landmark TT challenge. Moruga activist objects to selective tendering for $150 million Cuba housing project. In response, Minister says OPR will soon have many questions to answer. And the minister in question, I think, according to the article, is Saddam Hussein, which is a strange kind of shot to send across the boat to the OPR, because the OPR is independent, and that independence should be recognized. Because they paid a huge salary to be independent. You know, Beckles PM distracting from landmark TT. PNM warning defend Penny's handling of John Bates matter. You know, these party groups that just support whatever, you know, is being done by either party could be a little bit, you know, monotonous at times. Sometimes you don't have to say anything. 7 in custody as search for missing Angelo widens. Opposition senator says Angelo case has cast heavy cloud over Tobago. In business news, MedCorp reports higher profit. Inflation declines in April. Whitco first quarter profit drops 5.2%. Biden first quarter profit falls to US $67,000. IMF, slow growth, higher inflation for Trinidad and Tobago in 2026. So says the IMF. Gonzalez challenges government over immigration corruption claims. In sports, new overseas players join King's roster for Russia and Korea. Lewis unbeaten century keeps Red Force on title path. Simeon Road Cups $120,000 East-West title. Green and Prince take national titles. A review of the role and function of sport TTT is an urgent priority, which is something that they keep here, but it's an older story. And that's it for the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian for this morning. I don't understand why the opposition leader just doesn't make a decision concerning John Bates. The vacillation is not a good look. That's my opinion. Yeah,
you're right. You're right. Just say, listen, we have looked at it and we found her in breach, yes, of that particular committee, and we removed her, but we're not removing her from the Senate. And the story.
Just say that.
And the story. Yeah.
Take a position.
Yeah.
Take a position, whatever the opposition is.
Yeah.
But
so
the vacillation.
Going on.
Yeah, the vacillation is not a good look.
It's like the TTPS with body cam. Just say you're not going to get it. We're not going to buy it, and we're not going to wait.
Just say it honestly. We're not really, we're not really in favor of body cams because we are accustomed to doing what we want. So it's going to be a bit of an effort to get people to buy into it. Say it honestly because that's what it is, and we know it's that.
Mm-hmm.
We're not dumb.
Yep. Guys, did you know? And then we come back.
Sir Charles, we on a roll.
Elon Musk just ignited the biggest revolution in tech history. What he revealed today isn't just a phone. It's a direct threat to Apple, Samsung, and the entire smartphone industry. It's called the Tesla Pi phone, and everyone is talking about it. No SIM card, no Wi-Fi. It connects directly to SpaceX's Starlink satellites, giving you signal anywhere on the planet, in the desert, at sea, even during a power outage. Always connected. It also features built-in solar charging. No more cables, no more chargers. Musk isn't selling you a phone. He's selling you technological freedom. Its official price? Just $789. Yet it's more powerful than any phone currently on the market. But here's the real shocker. The device may soon link to Musk's Neuralink chip. Imagine controlling your phone with your mind, typing, driving, unlocking doors, or sending money with a single thought. Some call it the liberation of humanity. Others, the most dangerous control system ever created. One thing's certain, the future starts today. Are you brave enough to use it?
That almost seems a little sci-fi-ish.
Yes, it looks good.
Yeah, it seems a little sci-fi-ish because I don't think a Neuralink would just work just like that. I think you have to have a Neuralink implant, not so.
Well, that's basically how it ended there, and say you must. That's what he will end up controlling.
No, but I'm saying you have to have a Neuralink implant.
New. Okay.
Connect with the phone. You can't just, I don't think the phone just going to work just to say phone. You're just thinking, phone call Sir Charles and Wendell. Because suppose you're just saying, but how does it work? Because suppose I'm driving and I'm saying, I should really call Sir Charles and Wendell, but I'm ready to talk to them 2 crosses right now, and bam, the phone called them. And he said, oh God, you know what? They're going to call it all there. The damn phone.
But guess what? Sir Charles also has in a Neuralink, and he's saying Richard is a pretentious backside. He already want to call me, Bam, up.
Where's Sir Charles going?
I feel that is already happening, even without things right now.
I feel that has happened to me, period.
And it appeared on the phone. Yes. I just want to certain things now, and I open up my browser, and boom, it's there now.
I sent one link for a grounding sheet for somebody, man. My God, my phone is bombarded now with these ads. But grounding sheets,
Yeah, grounding sheets have been a thing, but do they work? You have a grounding sheet right now?
I have one. I use one. I think it's working. I sleep a lot better.
So a little kind of electricity has helped you. A little jiggle has helped you go to sleep. Clearly. I thought connecting to the earth.
I thought spooning did, but
anyhow, people, you can get in on the show now, 2811-315 or 299-566. And in a little bit, Wendell will give us a little background to what the poll is going to be today, right? But let's
actually
hold on. Let's see how we do it just now. Paula, good morning.
Good morning. Anybody want to bet me that this drug sting operation that they caught 2 footballers in is 30 grams of marijuana?
What do you mean?
It's for marijuana, but we suggested that it's probably weed, but they make it sound dramatic.
But yes, it's a small quantity of drugs that the people, the amount of people there, it can be divided equally between themselves. and be legal for them to have. But the police like to dramatize so much to make themselves seem relevant. That is why they couldn't tell you the quantity and the amount of drugs that they find. I would bet you anything that there's some small amount of drugs that they want to demonize the two footballers and say, well, they find big drug bust and they find two footballers implicated in it. Sensationalization as usual from the TTPS.
Yeah,
have a good morning.
Good morning. The mere fact that it's two popular footballers, that's why they'll milk this story, they'll milk it.
Yeah.
You understand? And I see people talking about, I see somebody in the chat had mentioned about sportsmen using, that happening for years, sportsmen smoking weed. Happening for years, sportsmen and sportswomen. 30-something years.
There's no indication that they were actually smoking the weed.
No, there's no indication that. But I just say, I'm going based on what somebody put in the chat. In terms of their performances over the years about the using of drugs. That's been happening for years with all manner of sportsmen and sportsmen. All over the world, not just Trinidad.
You could just be in a line and it's there, but you're not really, smoking. I've never smoked weed in my life.
Never.
I'm
sure if they had tested me after Amsterdam last time, I would have had weed in my system, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure about that.
No, I've never smoked in my life. No cigarettes. Even though you have friends who do, but they say try it, and I'll be like, no, my brain already too active. I don't need it to get anything similar. I know it will go, and I don't want to find out.
Yeah. I'm scared. I'm scared to find out. I feel I will go. I feel I will be one of those who get extreme on the first try.
Yeah.
So I've never tried it. But I'm trying to find the story now because Alderman Victor Roberts, I'm sure you all know him. He was the man who was infamous as a UNC alderman who dragged around a coffin and was heavily supported by the then UNC for doing that and giving PNM thunder, has now joined the ranks of the PNM. He went to the family day on Sunday and announced that he is now a member of the PNM. Of course,
they had a family day Sunday.
They had a family day Sunday, yeah.
For the PNM?
Yes, a very highly successful.
The whole of the PNM?
Yeah.
So how many people went?
No, it was apparent. I didn't go there, but apparently it was very well attended.
But nobody heard about that, Brendan?
I talk about it Monday.
And the papers and stuff and things.
All over social media, videos of the PNM.
Obviously, that doesn't come up in my stream.
Yeah. They show you Marvin and Hans fighting for a chair in musical chairs.
I had no clue.
Yeah. Coleman would run in a race and come in last.
I've been there. I was last though.
It was apparently very well attended and a very successful sports and family day. But Victor Roberts is a UNC councillor in the Siparia Regional Corporation, where there's a mayor, right? Apparently, because Victor Roberts has now joined the PNM, he has changed the numbers in that corporation. In other words, a councillor had joined the PNM two plus years ago, right? Our next councillor died, if you remember. A councillor was murdered, right? Was murdered, right? So that brought the corporation to an even number. And now that Victor Roberts has joined the PNM, the corporation, and because he's an alderman, he cannot. There's no. How should I put it? There's no insistence that he resign. The local government is not made up that way, right? Not like the parliament. The parliament, if you cross the floor, you have to resign. In local government, you don't have to resign. So the PNM could actually take over the Siparia borough. They could actually vote out the mayor. If I'm not mistaken, people, anybody listening, correct me if I'm wrong. They could actually change because it's already now 7 PNM to 5 in the 5 UNC in the Siparia. So of course the Siparia mayor is not happy. The local government minister is not happy. There are certain people in the UNC now are not happy. But guess what? People have left the PNM and gone to the UNC also too. over the years. So our question today is, should local government officials be required to resign under the same rules as members of parliament? Yes or no? All right, this all has to do, of course, with what's happening in Siparia. I think for the first time a corporation could actually change hands due to that. I don't know that has ever happened.
That's interesting. That issue is interesting. But unfortunately, it took up a lot of time for the calls. But it was an interesting history to give Randall as a background to the poll. So I don't know if Charles, you want to start news a little 2 or 3 minutes late so we can take some calls.
Right. Okay, good. Caller, good morning to you.
You usually do.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Mr. Stevens, didn't the Supplier Borough Corporation also lose a council and they had a by-election coming up? The lady who was killed, unfortunately.
Was murdered. Yeah, well, they haven't announced a by-election.
So in addition to Mr. Roberts, it's not guaranteed that they might win back that seat when the by-election is called also.
No, it's not guaranteed. But right now it's 7-5.
Yeah. But,
so before the by-election is held, they could actually do something.
Yes. Putting all things aside, gentlemen, today, May the 20th, is the day after Arsenal has won the Premier League in 22 years. My team. And also, today, depending on how things go in Supervision Richard Stadium in Guyana, after 20 years, the Red Force may lift a trophy. So, once again, thanks to sports.
Yes.
And in my case, I live in with two non-Arsenal supporters. My two sons, Liverpool and Man City. I had to pull teeth.
You're gonna still back Liverpool, right?
Yeah. I had to put teeth from that man this morning for him to tell me congrats and things. He couldn't about the point spread, and we almost slipped up. But the fact is, we won. So it's a great day, May the 20th. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, it is indeed. I'm an Arsenal fan. I've always been an Arsenal fan too. I had the pleasure of visiting the stadium too.
Yeah,
you know, it's
22 years for a win. Whoa.
And they could have won some years and just faltered at the end, you know. Arsenal really played the fool, but this time, they did it and they celebrated in London. Trust me.
Well, it's good to see that this year they did not play the Arsenal.
They didn't. It's true, eh?
Hello, good morning, caller.
Good morning, my gentlemen. You three musketeers.
Mr. Grant, good morning.
Yeah, I listened to all yesterday, but I said I was kind of busy these days.
Yeah, I realize you're busy.
It's only hospital, so I have to go to hospital tomorrow again with my wife. I have to go to River, and then I have to go to Monco Friday with she. It's very easy, right? When you get young. Anyhow, when they buy Victor Roberts, he put enough puff for UNC. So it's time.
He put some coffee for the PNM.
PNM ain't gonna allow you to do that.
No. You know we have a different standard. When I come out Sunday, I went down about 1 o'clock and I looked for you, but I know you tell me I wasn't going there.
Yeah.
I know you tell me I was going out. You wasn't wrong.
I wouldn't have been wrong. I wasn't wrong Sunday at all. Yeah.
But my problem is, and I say it on national radio, it's time for PNL people to stop pulling and tugging at one another. You understand? It's time because the road the country going, brother. You know, I have a partnership going on. Yeah, come up with your big in the grocery. In his sell beers. So you say, handle me. Apart from Saturday, take a thing to come down road in the hot sun. You know the man tell me, boy, he's a red man. Me able to thing, you know. The woman put on $40-something thousand on some kind of license. So I pay 11 per beer. The man pay about 15. Where the hell is that extra money on the extra? And he's strong supporter. But I say, you have no problem. You are your own building here. You rent it from yourself. He said, thank God. And this was killing a lot of people who want to rent a property to cry out a business. Mm-hmm. Because I shut it down now, you know. I'm going to shut down next month for their life.
All right.
Yeah, I ain't able.
All right, Mr.
Grant, we'll chat some more. Thanks very much. All right, so we go into the news, and the poll is up. So vote, and we'll be back in a short, guys.
Yeah, man.
The news you need. The clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, and Dial Caribbean TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. National Gas Company Chairman Gerald Ramdeen is defending NGC's decision to end its 21-year relationship with Moody's. Responding to criticism from former Minister Vasant Barath, Ramdeen said NGC has now engaged Fitch Ratings while keeping its relationship with S&P Global Ratings. He said the move was part of a strategic realignment and not an attempt to avoid scrutiny. Ramdeen rejected claims of rating shopping, insisting NGC remains committed to transparency and international ratings coverage. He also highlighted reforms introduced under the current board, including cost-cutting measures and efforts to strengthen gas supply and investment. The issue arose after Moody's withdrew NGC's ratings, saying the company had stopped participating in the ratings process. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles is accusing Prime Minister Kamla Prasad-Bissessar of trying to distract from ongoing questions surrounding landmark TT and multi-billion-dollar housing contracts. In a statement today, Beckles claimed the government is facing growing public concern over crime, the economy, and the rising cost of living. She also questioned the handling of major housing projects and called for greater accountability and transparency. The opposition leader further urged the government to focus on issues affecting citizens, including infrastructure, water supply, and national security. Her comments come amid continuing political debate over procurement and housing projects involving Landmark TT and the Housing Development Corporation. A massive multi-agency search is continuing in Tobago for missing 2-year-old Angelo Tobias Plaza, with police confirming that 7 people are currently in custody. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service says investigators have searched areas including the Mount St. George dump and dam rod, but no evidence was found. Search efforts have now shifted to the Pig Farm Road district. Several specialized units are involved in the operation, including the Homicide Bureau, Canine Unit, Special Victims Department, and Cyber Unit, which is analyzing electronic devices seized during the investigation. Emergency responders and volunteer search teams are also assisting. Police described the matter as a highly sensitive and active investigation and appealed to the public for any information that could help locate the child. Anyone with information is being urged to contact the Scarborough Police Station or call 555-800-TIPS or Tobago 211. An employee attached to the Immigration Division's head office in Port of Spain is under investigation over an alleged passport appointment racket. According to reports, the contract worker was questioned last Friday after senior officials reviewed CCTV footage that allegedly showed cash being exchanged for expedited passport appointments. Sources say the scheme involved manipulating the online appointment system, with applicants reportedly paying between $1,000 and $2,500 for faster processing dates. Investigators believe the operation may have been ongoing for more than 6 months. Officials are also examining whether other individuals within the building may have assisted applicants in gaining access without legitimate appointments. Acting Chief Immigration Officer Alicia Akers-Utsi did not respond to requests for comment. A 22-year-old British national was arrested at Piarco International Airport after customs officers allegedly found nearly $6 million worth of marijuana hidden inside luggage. According to the Customs and Excise Division, the passenger was referred for additional screening during routine clearance operations on Sunday. Officers later discovered a quantity of plant-like material concealed in the baggage, and field tests confirmed it was marijuana. The estimated street value of the drug seizure is just under $6 million. Investigations are continuing with support from other national security agencies. Officials say charges related to the importation of prohibited goods are expected under the Customs Act. Finally, in international news, fear is growing in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo as Ebola cases and deaths continue to rise. Health officials say the outbreak may have been spreading undetected before it was first identified in April. More than 500 suspected cases and at least 136 deaths have now been reported, with 1 death also confirmed in neighboring Uganda. The outbreak is centered in Ituri province, including the mining towns of Mangwalu and Rampara, where residents say fear is spreading quickly. Officials say delayed reporting and confusion with illnesses like malaria may have allowed the virus to spread silently. The outbreak involves the Bundibugyo strain of Ebola, which has appeared only twice before in DR Congo. Authorities warn the spread into larger urban areas now poses a major challenge. And that is NETT Radio News at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Vibes, fresh energy. This is the NETT Radio Breakfast Show.
Oh, yo, yo. Uh-huh. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Oh, yo, yo. Oh, yo, 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 yo. 1, 2, 3, 4. We back out on the road once more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Make it a bit and don't you be late. 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't care to be nowhere else. 13, 14, 15, 16. Come in. Landlord, this Monday I go be late. And you know I go be missing plenty of sleep. Every day go feel like a holiday. Hello boss, tomorrow don't look for me. When you love carnival, oh, these are the things that just happen. We just sweat in the rain. If the sun hot kind of thing, we outside and from bed. With 3 hands high in the air, jumping up and shouting, oh, 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 I love carnival for you. Oh, 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 I love the flatting for you. Oh, 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 I love the jamming for you. Oh, 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 I love the bacchanal. It's mass, I come to play. It's mass, 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 I come to play. I come to play mass, move up away. It's mass, 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 I come to play. Now missing carnival, you got to be crazy. I have energy enough, good and plenty. In every single line and you could find me. I know my behavior that you don't mind me. It's just that when you love carnival, oh, these are the things that just happen. We just sweat in the rain. If the sun hot kind of thing, we outside and from bed. With 3 hands high in the air, jumping up and shouting, oh, 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 I love carnival for you. Oh, 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 I love the flatting for you. Oh, 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 I love the jamming for you. Oh, 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 I love the bacchanal. It's mass, I come to play. It's mass, 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 I come to play. I come to play mass, move up away. It's mass, 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 I come to play. Oh, yo, yo. Uh-huh. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Oh, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo. Uh-huh.
Your mornings just got better. You're locked into NETT Radio Breakfast Show, fueling your day with the best music and real talk.
Yeah. The best music and, of course, real talk happens right here on your Era TT Radio. Welcome inside of the second hour of the breakfast show, everybody. And yes, you are listening to New Era TT Radio, the heartbeat of the Caribbean. And of course, yes, we take you above and beyond. Let me say good morning to everybody coming in. Of course, our anthem crews. Yeah, good morning to you people. Those are the people that just come in just before 6 o'clock on all of the different platforms. Yeah, We just see you coming in and your numbers just start to roll up. Thank you so much for being here each and every day to support the Breakfast Show and supporting us here on New Era TT Radio. Also, let me say good morning to the folks at Gael Caribbean TV. Gael, good morning to all y'all. What they're doing, everything good? Nice. All right, so a little housekeeping for you guys just to let you know that when we come off of the TV feed and of course our social media platforms closer to 9 o'clock, and these guys are going closer to 9 o'clock these days, yeah. You can join us at netradiott.com. That way you're able to listen to us all day and every day. So netradiott.com, that's our website. And of course, if you would like to listen to us on any one of our streaming platforms, we've got about 4 or 5 different streaming platforms for you. So you can go to TuneIn, Radio Garden, Simple Radio, Online Radio Box. So somebody else I'm missing in between. My Tuner. And all you have to do is put in NETT Radio Trinidad. We are easy branding anywhere you want to find us now. Just put in NETT Radio Trinidad all on our social media pages, and you will be able to listen to us on your Google and smart devices. Yeah. Of course, we are encouraging you also to put your stamp on all of our social media pages because we need your support in a lot of different ways, right? So go check out our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and especially our TikTok page right about now. I really need you all to follow the TikTok page. So go to NETT Radio Trinidad and support and follow our TikTok page, please. And when we get the numbers up, then we can add it to our streaming. Also, don't forget to hit our donate button, because we need your support to keep us outside here. It's not easy going outside here right about now. So, it's not easy trying to get the advertising dollar. But in the meantime, we need to keep the platform up and running. And of course, your donations help us to do that, right? So, don't forget to donate to the different platforms. Or simple. If you want to donate, you want to transfer. Just text the word donate to 299-5156, right? That's all you need to do. Or even our 281 number. Any one of our numbers, just text donate to those numbers and we will get back to you ASAP, okay? All right, so our morning poll, and Wendell laid it out quite nicely for you guys. We're asking you this morning, should local government officials be required to resign under the same rules as members of parliament? You're voting yes or you're voting no. And you can do so on the WhatsApp on our WhatsApp channel, or you can our social media pages. You put in 1 if you're voting yes, 2 if you're voting no, and you can put your comments after that, right? But 1 or 2 first, all right? Lots of people on our poll this morning already. So when we come back, we'll tell you how you voted.
Cipriani College, we are back. The box office smash Scandal in Citrus is back. We are back because you demanded it for 3 nights only. Friday the 29th and Saturday the 30th of May at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 31st at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available now at usual outlets and online. Scandal in Citrus, we are back at Cipriani College. See it again or see it for the first time. Don't miss it.
Scandal in Citrus.
St. Teresa Preschool presents their fundraising boat ride, Dancing Under the Moonlight, on Saturday, the 23rd of May, 2026. It's a collaboration of colors on board the Island Royalty. Bring your own coolers. Boarding time, 11 p.m. Sailing, 12 midnight. Music by DJ Chaotic from Sweet 100 FM. Kryptonite Sounds with Mr. Flavor of NETT Radio TT. Dress code, elegantly casual. Gorgeous ladies wear blue. Handsome gentlemen wear pink. Admission, early bird tickets $200. Regular $250. No oversized cooler. For more information, Call 375-6527-719-3379. Dancing under the moonlight aboard the Island Royalty.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Daybay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Light Pole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2 Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanan for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
It's the grand clearance sale at Fats International Styles. Everything must go. All clothing, only $100. Sneakers, just $200. Yes, you heard right. Massive deals, unbeatable prices while stocks last. Visit Fats International Styles Arima opposite Castro's restaurant. Don't miss your chance to grab the hottest styles at crazy clearance prices. Hurry in today because once it's gone, it's gone.
Two Fat Fellas celebrates its final performance in San Fernando, Naparima Bowl.
One night, one show, Saturday, May 30th, night of the holiday.
Two Fat Fellas stars, Cecilia, Kenny, Kevon, Zachary, Raisha, and Rody.
The ridiculously funny comedy is at Naparima Bowl for one final night.
Tickets available at Dormont Shoe Store along Circular Mall, Anthony's Floral Val Park, K-Square Stores, Eastgate Mall, Brentwood Plaza, C3 Center, Athletes by the Park, Southern Food Basket, Coffee Street, and Point Fortin. Naparima Bowl box office opens on Thursday the 28th of May. Also online at islandtickets.com. For more info, text or call 683-0356 or 683-4843.
Check out our early bird special online at Island E-Tickets. Two Fat Fellas.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Join me, Brother David Muhammad, every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, Powerful Radio. Join me to hear knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Okay, everybody, and of course, welcome back to the second hour of the breakfast show. And of course, you are here with us on NETT Radio, New Era TT Radio. And just in case you're wondering where we are coming from, we are streaming from the beautiful, gorgeous Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I just wanted to check something very quickly. Just to let you know that the Black Agenda with Brother David Muhammad, Dr. David Muhammad, he has so many titles to his name these days, what he's chairman also, Chairman Mohammed.
Chairman, yes.
Yeah, you know.
Chairman of NALIS, right? Yes.
Yeah. So he has all these titles. So the Black Agenda did not go yesterday. We had to, actually, it was basically because I was not able to put it in on the platform yesterday because of some movements I was making. I was not physically here to do it. So it will go today at 6 o'clock. Right. So you can look out for that with Brother David Mohammed this evening from 6 p.m.
All right, of course. Morning, Tony Fraser send me a message some hour the morning. No, Tony, it's not true. Okay, I'll keep repeating this thing daily now.
Things are spreading with you on this thing, eh?
Yeah. So Tony said he refused to believe it. I said, well, yeah, you're correct. It's not true.
Mr. Fraser, good morning to you. A good one, a real good one.
What I did see also, though, in Parliament, which I support, and I'm happy that she did it too, and it wasn't based on my advice, people. I'm going to tell all that one time. Local Government Minister Khadija Amin announced yesterday the proposal to, with the public health officials, public health badges, that they go from the time you issued it till a year later, as opposed to all of them ending on December 31st, which is what obtained a badge, no matter what time of the year you got it. If you get it November, it expired in December. They're now proposing that it goes for a year from the date of issue, which is something I support fully. I'm sure Carl, Mr. Princestown would also support something like that. Well, maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. Give me your opinion on that, Mr. Princestown. Those food badges being extended for to the date that they are issued for a year. I think that that is long overdue.
Yeah. I think that because I mean sometimes you are looking at you wanted to think it might be November. You say, well, best I just wait till January and then
But you could be charged between then and January if you don't have a food badge. You understand?
Yeah.
If they catch you selling without a food badge, you could be charged there.
Yeah, but there's only check people in Port of Spain. You don't check people in Tunapuna and things.
You're saying Mr. Princestown, then you should be checking people in Princestown?
Yeah, whenever they do. Yeah. There's only come out every now and then. They just work selectively, you know. Walk around every now and then. You see them in little groups. They go to one or two places and they've done work for the month. You know? Yeah, we know there's work. But in other areas, you don't see them. You know how much I go into some places right in this Tunapuna area here. And I'm wondering how these people, you know, are functioning in this kind of environment and no health inspector. There's a major, lots of food places right in Kirib Junction also. Mm-hmm. One of those food places has their garbage bin or whatever it is. It's right on the pavement, and it's always really overflowing and nasty in that area. And a food place is right there selling pizza, you know. And I say, what? No health inspector can pass just to make this business place install something properly to dispose of the garbage, you know. And that is the next thing. Nobody sees it upon themselves. Look, I should do so and so. Somebody always had to come with a big stick, you know. You are running a business, you have a food place, a major player in the thing too. Install a proper disposal for your pizza boxes and things, man.
You think, eh?
Yeah.
You know, Mrs. R saying like you're supporting everything from UNC. No, I'm not. But what I can tell you, I'm supporting a lot of what Khadija Amin doing. I ain't making that no secret. Because a lot of these things, and as Ms. Mendoza said, that should not have been rocket science. A food badge should last a food. Exactly. So why we now doing it? Why it takes Khadija Amin to come in and be doing these things?
Yeah.
You understand? These things should have been put in place long time ago. That is what gets me upset, as I tell all you, with local government reform hoax. It was a damn hoax.
Yeah. And
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Khadija, I mean, as I said, I keep telling Ole, I'd be very disappointed if she fails as a local government minister. Because she was in it. She is in it. She knows, she's supposed to know exactly what to do without anybody advice.
Yeah. And it's good to see that so far that she is doing it, because I am always of the opinion that if you are in something, and this is my problem with a lot of the institutions like the prisons and the fire services and police and stuff and things, with people who would have come into those things at the low level, go through, see all the pressures, all these shortcomings, and are now heading those institutions and not able to make any major change. Well, then if you do that and come out, well, you are failure.
Yes, you would have failed too. Yes, you're right.
You are a failure. You understand? You can never, see your batch and your co-workers, and you would have gone through some things, and now you are in charge, and you just contented to line with the big boys and drink champagne. Come on now, man. Yeah. Anyhow, let's see with our morning poll.
We had lots of votes this morning on the poll. Should local government officials be required to resign under the same rules as members of parliament? Of course, as a member of parliament, if you cross the floor now, you have to resign your seat, as happened with Herbert Volney. Remember when he crossed the floor, when he resigned from the UNC? And there was a by-election triggered in St. Joseph. Of course, the PNM Terence Deyalsingh won that by-election. So, do you think that local government officials should also be made to resign if they have left a party? And I can tell you, folks, this is not the first time it has happened in local government. I remember there was a local government official from the UNC in Princestown, Moruga. He crossed to the PNM. I think he's still PNM, actually. He's still around. There was a local government official in Pinal Debe. He was a UNC. He crossed to the PNM. He crossed back to the UNC, and the UNC made him the chairman of that corporation. He passed away not too long ago. God rest his soul. Premnath Dipti. I remember him well. You understand? He was a UNC, went to the PNM, win the seat for the PNM, went back to the UNC, win the seat for the UNC, and the UNC made him chairman of that corporation. Pinal Debe. God rest his soul. You understand?
Wow. So people, we can take a couple of your calls to deal specifically with the poll, right? So in this area, when we come in after the poll, just before we also give you the results of the poll, you can see it up there on all of the different platforms. So we're not going through it individually for you all anymore. We're bringing you all into the future, right? Yeah. But if you would like to comment or to make a call to tell us why you would have voted yes or no, you could do so now. 2811-315 or 299-5156. When are any comments on that people are saying why they voted?
Lots of comments actually. One is let me see. Well, besides the votes, there were a few comments. Victor Phillips saying PNM will never control Siparia. They try all kinds of maneuvers, but it's not about control. Well, they can control Siparia right now.
They can.
They do have control of Siparia right now, Victor Phillips. Yeah. So you're wrong on that.
And I was hearing actually the UNC's main person there. He have some serious concerns about it.
Yeah, do not marry the mayor.
Yeah, he has some serious concerns about what is taking place right now.
He is a controversial mayor, though. He has some issues even within his own party, yeah? Trust me.
All right, hold 1 minute for me. Morning to your caller.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning. I was now going to read your comment, but you call.
Yeah, well, the thing is, why I said that I think I probably answer yes. But really and truly, if I did answer yes, my intention was to answer 2, which is no. Yeah, is that around it? Right. No, the thing is this, why I don't support, I never supported the crossing of the Floor Act. I just hear Wendell made a point about the council going backward and forward. Yet still, I believe that when you go into office, even though you're elected by a party, the oath you take is really to serve the people. And I think that it's kind of prohibitive from my position to say, well, look, if you must resign then. I think that's a choice for you to make. I'm impressed by the British system. Right now, you have a lot of conservative MPs going over to the new Reform Party, but they don't have to resign. They're acting on the conscience and they feel, well, this is the better avenue for me, and therefore they go over there. And I'm a kind of liberal Democrat, so I feel that's how it should be. Even though I could appreciate the fact that if you have somebody jumping from here to there and here back and thing, it could create some issues, you know. But with this superior thing, it's just a shift in power, basically. The same rules would apply, but the majority will rule, you know.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it.
Okay. No problem.
I'll call back later to discuss some of the local government issues, because I hear a lot of misinformation going on there.
All right. Okay. No problem. Thanks very much, Mr. Song. 281-1315-299-5156. You can tell us now why you voted the way that you voted, and if you have or even if you didn't vote it, if you have a comment on, on the situation, we'd love to hear from you. All right. So give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call and let us know what you think about this crossing of the floor. Should Victor Roberts be made to resign from the UNC? I mean, since the early days when he started speaking out against them, I said, ooh, but the UNC was saying nothing because they were in opposition. And he was speaking out against them. And I'm saying, wow, how nobody in commenting, and they said nothing. Of course, they are now in power. And now that he has officially, because he was knocking them without saying he has joined the PNM, You understand? Now that he has said officially that he has joined the PNM, how does that work? I don't know any party would like that. But guess what? The PNM had their fair share of that, with Vincent Lass and Rupert Griffith. Nobody will ever forget that.
Yeah.
That is what triggered the crossing on the floor act.
But I think but I think in the minority they would have had that. I find it is basically run the other way most of the time.
People leaving the UNC to go to the PNM?
Yeah. Something about the PNM is very welcome to the UNC people.
And there's get big position.
I don't know if that one word is like poaching, but I don't think it was poaching. But somehow, I don't know, disgruntled people within the UNC seem to find a very comfortable, cozy spot in the PNM.
They don't just find the comfortable, cozy spot thing. There's be promoted, there's be exalted in the PNM. I'm telling you.
Yes. they go to the head of the class.
And nobody get a bigger greeting in the PNM. They went on stage for the last rally. And I saw her in the sports. I saw her in a picture in the sports day. Anita Haynes. Morning, Miss Haynes. How you going?
Kola, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sir Charles.
Morning.
When you have to read the whole post, you read part of the post that will make me look bad. Read the whole thing.
Go ahead. Tell us your other post. Your other post. I read that one in its entirety.
But when what I am saying, after all the maneuvers, at the end of the day, the pile will remain UNC because you're talking penal, Barrackport, and that area does not support the PNM. It's like Laventille. Laventille going to remain PNM. Those are the safe areas, the safe seats. So regardless of what maneuver they're making, regardless of what happened with those PNM and UNC, whatever maneuvers, political mimicry they're making, at the end of the day, the penal Superior Borough Council and Corporation is going to be run by the UNC. That's what I'm telling my folks. I don't read half of the post, and I read the whole thing.
Oh, okay, but here where I differ from you. Pina, Superior. Don't mix up the two boroughs, right? One is Superior Borough and the next one is Penal DB, right? Superior has always been a close contest, in local elections, it has always been,
I totally agree. But they have never been able to control the corporation over the years. It has been close, yes. And they have had many maneuvers over the years. But at the end of the day, it's going to be controlled by the UNC. And that's a fact. We can't run from that. So you know, I am saying, whatever gimmickry he going on with, because of some misunderstanding he have with them, that gimmickry and political maneuver he's making, which is a part of the local politics. That's what is part of the local politics. At the end of the day, that constituency that borough corporation is going to be managed, and UNC will always win. Always is very close, and that's my point.
Okay. Something about all the victors though. Next thing you know, I hearing you back in the PNM, you know. Something about all the victors.
Anyway, so that's our morning poll and your comments on the poll. I see somebody else coming here. Let me take this other call here. See that only vibrant
but we have no guests, so we could take calls, right? True.
Yeah. See that you're all very vibrant on the poll, and I like how we're dealing with the poll directly. So
I want to go.
Mr. Billy, go ahead.
Oh God, good morning, the best morning show, the breakfast show, Bacchanal.
Yes, I fully endorse you.
I pass along my Mandela Park, I drive around there on Sunday, going to drop somebody to church by the 7 days somewhere up there. And I was looking for Kaufman. I was really looking for Kaufman for two. Because that is not, what is his name now, Mr. Robert? That's not the same man who drag a Kaufman all about the place and things.
Yes. That was his
friend.
And he real bad talk the pain, man.
I was looking for a Kaufman, but I didn't see no Kaufman at all. Right? So I want the PNM who rejoicing and accepting him to remember that. Just remember, go back to all the videos, the nasty sort of things this man said about but I'm now reminded by my wife. Politics is what they call it? Today, tomorrow.
Morality of its own.
A morality of its own, yeah. So I just want to caution them. Take care, man.
Unfortunately, the politics have several people like that. I remember when Tahaka Obika first came to the PNM too, and I had to block him, you know, during the early days. I had to block him because he used to say some of the most disrespectful things, and especially about Dr. Rowley too, back in the day. And then all of a sudden he jump across to the PNM and bop, big position and thing, lauded, foster everybody, welcoming Dr. Rowley, shake. I say, see me when they rush him out, yes?
Yes.
But I was there fighting for them, and they had time with me. They say all manner of things about me, and bam, people from the UNC jump across, big position.
Yeah. That is the thing. So our poll results today, and we had a lot of people voting on the poll today. We thank you very much for voting on all of the platforms. So 65% of you said no, you don't support it, you don't think it should happen, but 35% of you said yes, it should. Yeah. I am going with the 35% this morning.
That they should be made to resign?
Yeah. I feel so, and I'll tell you why I feel that way. Just as Princess Stone said, it's just you are representing of the people. But if I vote for you, Wendell, because we don't have individual votes to say I'm voting for Wendell because Wendell is a good guy. I'm voting for Wendell because he's part of this party. So when
I agree with that. Me and Franklin Khan, I just interrupted you for a brief moment. Franklin Khan and I had an argument about that already when he was local government minister. Well, go ahead, I'll tell you about it after.
Yeah. Well, I personally believe that if I vote for a particular person, because you are, let's say I'm a party card holder, whatever is the case, and I vote for you because you are part of our party. If you decide that you want to switch, well, here go on. There should be like some sort of by-election. Take it back to the people, hear what we have to say about it and that sort of thing, because you can't take me if I am not a particular party and carry me to a party because you feel like you want to join the party. No, I find that wrong. You carrying me where I don't want to go. I don't support that party. I don't support that party's ideology or whatever is the case. And I am here with my party, and because whatever fallout you have with the party, well, there should be a mechanism, step down from the party. So when you go across, you go across as or fight back for that alderman seat, win it again, and win it for the next party if that is the case. But don't take my vote and carry it across to somebody else. I find that very unethical.
I hear you with that, but there are some people, as I said, you can't criticize your party, critique your own party without being disrespectful or without saying that you support the other person. Because I certainly did it. I critiqued the PNM, of course, but I had a medium that a lot of people didn't have. I always had radio. All the years I was in the PNM and in politics, I was on radio. So it was nothing for me. Even though I would have said certain things privately in meetings, I would never publicly berate the party. You understand? But at the same time, I always wanted my voice to be heard. I always let the truth come out of me. Trust me, it still get me in trouble. You know what I mean? But that's all right. But I am saying that if you as bitter as some people are, then you stay where you are. You stay where you are.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's where I agree with you. That if you can't be extremely bitter against me and still benefiting from my representation.
Yeah,
so I told Franklin Kennedy, I said, listen, as a minister, there are some people who win their seats, they win their districts because of cross. And nothing to do with the fact that they are PNM or that they are UNC. They win the seat because they are respected in the community and they get cross support. There's a seat in St. James in Port of Spain Council. That person wins not because that whole area is PNM, but because there are people who support the person. So they will vote for him in a local election, but they will never vote the party in a general election. You understand? So that happens in some places. Very rare, but that happens in some places. And I'm sure that there are some UNC people who have won their seats too. But from PNM people who would generally vote PNM in a general election would have voted for that person in a local because he from Reed, he from among us, he has helped us. Yeah. You understand? That happens. So me and him, he didn't agree with me and I didn't agree with him, and I'll be left to that.
Yeah. I think it's because our politics is so party oriented, rather than looking at the person we are sending up to represent a particular area. So that because that's what we were looking at, it would be irrelevant in a sense. But it wouldn't be irrelevant, but it would be less impactful because you trust the person that you're electing. But that's not how we function. You may not like the candidate, especially in the national elections. You may not like the candidate that they send up, but you're just saying, you know what, I voted for the PNM because I find they have the better manifesto, or I believe they will do X, Y, and Z, or I voted for the UNC.
Yes. That's the flip side. Thanks for clearing that up. Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Richie.
People will vote accordingly because we have a party politics system that's ingrained in us. The person that you're sending up kind of becomes less relevant, which it should not be, because you really should vote on the candidate. So it should be a kind of
But the thing about it, Richard,
I may not like the party that much, but I think this candidate is worthy of my vote. But that's not how we function.
PNM throw a whole seat in Moruga due to a candidate that the people didn't like. He from Moruga, yes. He was a former member of parliament and so on, yes. But the PNM people didn't support it. And they lost that seat. Who could forget that?
But when these people make these decisions also, they don't go back to even the people. If himself, you want to say it's a people thing, they don't even go back to people who they feel that may have voted for them and say, look, so and so is the case. Call a meeting and hear what they have to say now.
Nobody just want to hear the truth sometimes, especially in politics.
I know all you vote for me, but you're going, I don't think my party doing it right. And I think I want to go across the other party.
Sir Charles, we have no
template of that kind of participative democracy that you're talking about? Where that template exists, explain it to me.
But no, that's what I'm saying.
Who does that?
Nobody does that.
But that's my point. Who does that even in a general way? Who goes to their constituency and say, look, this is the law coming up, let me get all their point of view? Who does that?
Nobody probably
so
does
you are manifesting something that does not exist within the culture of politics of Trinidad and Tobago in 2026.
And we should be aspiring to that level. So that's why I put it outside there. Even if we are not there.
But politicians don't do that because the party politics has poisoned the issue of individual responsibility as a candidate. So if Armenians don't like a particular policy with regard to if a PNM government or is in power and it's a PNM candidate and Armenians don't like a particular law that is going before the legislature, the PNM representative is not going to hold a tongue meeting and say, let me hear all the point of view and vote against it.
Richard, stick up in right there. Because that happened under the PNM, under Patrick Manning. That happened at one time. PNM always used to have these consultations on, I'm speaking specifically in Patrick Manning's early days. PNM used to have these consultations on certain debates that will take place, and a lot of it used to take place at Pigot's Corner in Belmont. You understand? Where they would call the PNM massive or whoever took together, the public together, and say, listen, this is what, and bring the expert on it. I remember this guy because PNM was in opposition, and we say, well, yeah, for sure, they grooming him to be the next Attorney General. What's this guy named, boy? Oh, goodness. I read at CNN now, you know. He was a lawyer, but he had a kind of aggressive streak. A red man. What's his name?
The red man lawyer.
Yeah, he didn't become the Attorney General, but he was appearing on PNM platforms at the time, speaking about law, speaking from issues, legal issues. Lord, somebody messaged me the guy name now. Adande, or sure, so somebody remember his name.
Yeah. But you know, and I understand
that is not what I'm talking about. That's not participative. That's PR on the road.
But it's not PR. It was getting given an explanation of a particular bill.
But given explanations on what they were going to do. Mm-hmm. That's different to being participative and actually hearing how people in the constituency feel about a particular law.
Yeah.
No, that's a show on the road. Meet us by Pigott Corner. Yeah. But you're rounding up votes. Mm-hmm. This is how we going to vote. They're asking you, do we vote this way?
Yeah. But then that is issues. But what we are talking about is actual governance. You're talking about representation. And when it comes to representation, you go to the people and you ask them to vote for you and vote for the party because I can give you the kind of representation that you need. You understand? But when you decide as an individual, now I decide, look here, and I fall out with the party and I want to go, there should be some sort of mechanism. And as Wendell said, as an MP, you would have to resign, and they will have to have a by-election or something like that, Wendell?
Yes, that's how it is now.
Right. So they have learned from that, and I believe the same thing should happen for an older man. Because, like, for me personally, I mean, I have voted for everybody in my lifetime. Right? I vote for everybody. But I remember there was a particular time that when I was living in Barataria, Joe Ross was the candidate, so I voted for Joe Ross. I think he represented twice, right? But when I voted, the second time when he came back and he walked from I didn't like what was happening with the party. So I told Joe Ross here, Joe Ross, I mean, you and I, we could. I like you, but you see, on this occasion, I can't vote for you because if my vote for you is to go with what the party is doing, and I am not happy with. So I have to go in a different direction because this is how our electoral system is. So if I want to make a change, I can't vote for you as independently and to say that you will make that change because it's all party politics at the end of the day.
Right, which is why so the party politics has poisoned the issue of that kind of participative democracy. So you can't have both running along the same time. It's difficult. So it's either you want participative democracy or you want democracy where people say every 5 years I have a say, and if my say is based on the party I like or the party I don't like that I want out, because you might not like the other party, but you just don't want that party there.
Yeah, and maybe proportional representation might give us that.
Yeah, but well, now proportional representation takes a certain amount of maturity in terms of your political vision to change the current system. And I don't know who has that. It's not the PNM, because the PNM has already stated very frankly that they are not in favor of proportional representation, at least under the I believe the Patrick Manning administration, and certainly under the Rowley administration. The UNC has always been more inclined, but the UNC is in power now. And do they have that as a priority? Because they possibly have the majority to maybe get it through. But it means the issue that you might be ceding power, you might be giving up some of your power because you are now in power with such a substantial majority. And for the next general election, you may be ceding some of that power because people always think the power they have now is the power they will always have. They have that kind of mindset. So that if you cede power, because that makes it more democratic, in other words, because now you could have third parties that can actually get into parliament if they get enough of a vote nationally.
Or we can basically
people may not want to cede that kind of power, especially when you have power in the now. So that's the problem. But the PNM has always had a position, to be fair to them, that they're not in favor of that. And Dr. Rowley used to talk, well, look what happened here and look what happened there, and look, used to give those examples. But it's probably more democratic than the current system.
TGG Credit Union, thank you. That is exactly the guy I was looking for. Justin Phelps is his name.
Okay.
I don't know where he is lately. That's the guy. Thanks, TGG Credit Union. Whoever that is on the chat. First time I've seen that name though. Justin Phelps is the name I was looking for.
This system must have frustrated him out of Trinidad and Tobago. Well, let's see if we can take 2 calls before we go to news.
He was a bright
guy. I think Justin is right here. And he's a good friend of, I think Justin is a good friend with Rhoda,
Yeah, yes. We interviewed him already in Ontario, Chad.
Yeah.
Whilst Rhoda was there.
Yeah. He's a good friend of Rhoda.
All right, caller, good morning.
Front and Center, Virginia. Good morning. Greetings from the best round states in America. Anyway, one of them anyway. Hey guys. from Florida. Hey, I wanted to find out, are the aldermen at local government, are they appointed or elected?
Well, both. The party appoints them and the council will elect them.
Okay, so but in this particular case here, this guy, as far as I understand his track record, he never won any election. So he was appointed then.
Well, you would not have contested an election if you're an alderman.
You haven't contested the election.
You would not have contested the election if you are an alderman. Those are councillors. The people who contest and win are councillors.
Councillors, right. Okay, yeah. Well, the decent thing to do is to definitely, step down. But if he's saying that some people use the excuse that, listen, the people wanted to represent me, right? But if he was, as an alderman, appointed by a particular party, the decent thing to do is to step down. But hey, what is, as you say, politics have a morality of its own, right? Because I see that folks say the worst things about the other guy, but once they get an opportunity to come on board, they're there, right? So anyway.
Yeah, I think thanks. I think the UNC was avoiding dealing with it because they were hoping he would not actually leave the party. You understand? Because once he has left the party, he has changed the numbers in the Superior Borough. So it means that the PNM in the Superior Borough could decide if the UNC mayor or council want to do something, that we ain't supporting it, and that's the end of that. You understand? I think the UNC was keeping quiet all the time, not forcing him to resign or not removing him. You know what I mean? Because a motion could have been moved to remove him. I think they were not doing it all the time for this same reason, that it would change the numbers, and now it has. What happens next? We'll wait and see.
Yeah, I find it to be a very unfortunate situation, because at the end of the day, I would have entrusted you, put you there as my representative, my party representative, and now you are shifting my power because you and just take it and carry it to somebody else on the other side. I find that
again, he's been vocal for a while, you know. That's what I say. So they were not saying anything about it.
Yeah, well, that's the same though. He's vocal, and all right, but okay, you want to move on. You could probably you can't do what you're doing, being vocal independently. Why you have to take my seat, my power, and take it across to somebody?
What the UNC should have done, Sir Charles, is trigger a by-election for that councillor who was murdered. That's been a little while now. They should have triggered a by-election in that area and get back a representative. That's what they should have done. Yeah, people, I saw the PNM do it too, where councillors left office through death, and nothing was done about it. But of course, PNM would have done that in their safe areas. But with the numbers in Superior, you can't afford to lose a representative. Look at where it's got them. Look at where.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, people, 8 o'clock news is straight ahead. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll continue inside of the final session on The Breakfast Show.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio, and Dial Caribbean TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. National Gas Company Chairman Gerald Ramdeen is defending NGC's decision to end its 21-year relationship with Moody's. Responding to criticism from former Minister Vasant Barath, Ramdeen said NGC has now engaged Fitch Ratings while keeping its relationship with S&P Global Ratings. He said the move was part of a strategic realignment and not an attempt to avoid scrutiny. Ramdeen rejected claims of rating shopping, insisting NGC remains committed to transparency and international ratings coverage. He also highlighted reforms introduced under the current board, including cost-cutting measures and efforts to strengthen gas supply and investment. The issue arose after Moody's withdrew NGC's ratings, saying the company had stopped participating in the ratings process. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles is accusing Prime Minister Kamla Prasad-Bissessar of trying to distract from ongoing questions surrounding landmark TT and multi-billion-dollar housing contracts. In a statement today, Beckles claimed the government is facing growing public concern over crime, the economy, and the rising cost of living. She also questioned the handling of major housing projects and called for greater accountability and transparency. The opposition leader further urged the government to focus on issues affecting citizens, including infrastructure, water supply, and national security. Her comments come amid continuing political debate over procurement and housing projects involving Landmark TT and the Housing Development Corporation. A massive multi-agency search is continuing in Tobago for missing 2-year-old Angelo Tobias Plaza, with police confirming that 7 people are currently in custody. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service says investigators have searched areas including the Mount St. George dump and Dam Road, but no evidence was found. Search efforts have now shifted to the Pig Farm Road district. Several specialized units are involved in the operation, including the Homicide Bureau, Canine Unit, Special Victims Department, and Cyber Unit, which is analyzing electronic devices seized during the investigation. Emergency responders and volunteer search teams are also assisting. Police described the matter as a highly sensitive and active investigation, and appealed to the public for any information that could help locate the child. Anyone with information is being urged to contact the Scarborough Police Station or call 555-800-TIPS or Tobago 211. An employee attached to the Immigration Division's head office in Port of Spain is under investigation over an alleged passport appointment racket. According to reports, the contract worker was questioned last Friday after senior officials reviewed CCTV footage that allegedly showed cash being exchanged for expedited passport appointments. Sources say the scheme involved manipulating the online appointment system, with applicants reportedly paying between $1,000 and $2,500 for faster processing dates. Investigators believe the operation may have been ongoing for more than 6 months. Officials are also examining whether other individuals within the building may have assisted applicants in gaining access without legitimate appointments. Acting Chief Immigration Officer Alicia Akers-Yuxi did not respond to requests for comment. A 22-year-old British national was arrested at Piarco International Airport after customs officers allegedly found nearly $6 million worth of marijuana hidden inside luggage. According to the Customs and Excise Division, the passenger was referred for additional screening during routine clearance operations on Sunday. Officers later discovered a quantity of plant-like material concealed in the baggage, and field tests confirmed it was marijuana. The estimated street value of the drug seizure is just under $6 million. Investigations are continuing with support from other national security agencies. Officials say charges related to the importation of prohibited goods are expected under the Customs Act. Finally, in international news, fear is growing in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo as Ebola cases and deaths continue to rise. Health officials say the outbreak may have been spreading undetected before it was first identified in April. More than 500 suspected cases and at least 136 deaths have now been reported, with one death also confirmed in neighboring Uganda. The outbreak is centered in Ituri province, including the mining towns of Mongwalu and Rampara, where residents say fear is spreading quickly. Officials say delayed reporting and confusion with illnesses like malaria may have allowed the virus to spread silently. The outbreak involves the Bundibugyo strain of Ebola, which has appeared only twice before in DR Congo. Authorities warn the spread into larger urban areas now poses a major challenge. And that is NETT Radio News at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Scandal in
Cipriani College, we are back. The box office smash Scandal in Citrus is back. We are back because you demanded it for 3 nights only. Friday the 29th and Saturday the 30th of May at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 31st at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available now at usual outlets and online. Scandal in Citrus, we are back at Cipriani College. See it again or see it for the first time. Don't miss it.
Scandal in Citrus.
St. Teresa Preschool presents their fundraising boat ride dancing under the moonlight on Saturday, the 23rd of May, 2026. It's a collaboration of colors on board the Island Royalty. Bring your own coolers. Boarding time 11 p.m. Sailing 12 midnight. Music by DJ Chaotic from Sweet 100 FM. Kryptonite Sounds with Mr. Flavor of NETT Radio TT. Dress code elegantly casual. Gorgeous ladies wear blue. Handsome gentlemen wear pink. Admission, early bird tickets $200. Regular $250. No oversized cooler. For more information, call 375-6527-719-3379. Dancing under the moonlight aboard the Island Royalty.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas. Shops of Daybay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Light Pole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2 Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanan for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
It's the Grand Clearance Sale at Fats International Styles. Everything must go. All clothing, only $100. Sneakers, just $200. Yes, you heard right. Massive deals, unbeatable prices while stocks last. Visit Fats International Styles Arima opposite Castro's restaurant. Don't miss your chance to grab the hottest styles at crazy clearance prices. Hurry in today because once it's gone, it's gone.
Two Fat Fellas celebrates its final performance in San Fernando, Naparima Bowl.
One night, one show, Saturday, May 30th, night of the holiday.
Two Fat Fellas stars, Cecilia, Penny, Kevon, Zachary, Rachel, and Rody.
The ridiculously funny comedy is at Naparima Bowl for one final night.
Tickets available at Dormont Shoe Store, Long Circular Mall, Anthony's Floral Val Park, K-Square Stores, Eastgate Mall, Brentwood Plaza, C3 Center, Athletes by the Park, Southern Food Basket, Coffee Street, and Point Fortin. Naparima Bowl box office opens on Thursday the 28th of May. Also online at islandetickets.com. For more info, text or call 683-0356 or 683-4843.
Check out our early bird special online at Island E-Tickets. Two Fat Fellas.
S&H Rum Box, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rum Box, drinking out of the box.
Join me, Brother David Muhammad, every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, Powerful Radio. Join me to hear knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
All right, everybody. So welcome back to the final session of the breakfast show this morning here on New Era TT Radio. We're happy to be here with you. It's now 13 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Wendell, just to give you guys a little update as to what has been happening with the cataract surgeries, because I know about 2 or 3 persons actually who are in the process of getting it done. So one person started out on Sunday. Yes, long wait, but eventually got through and got the date on Monday to do the measurements and had the eye surgery done yesterday. You know, I think they have to go back today to remove some stuff, whatever the bandages and stuff, and talk in the directions to go for. So the thing has been working seamlessly. Where that is concerned, despite the crowds that has been coming.
Yeah, it's only been good news coming out of that development so far.
And I'm happy to know that we're actually getting the assistance that they really need, and may not have the funds to really to do it privately or on their own. And the process seems to be a very simple one. I've not heard anybody so far complain But I was in pain and I plenty discomfort, and But I looked at it yesterday also, and I'm thinking, a lot of individuals, maybe the hospital did not predict this overwhelming response, one, and they may not have had everything in place. But I think the gesture and what it is and what it is doing is such a good humanitarian gesture. I think some other persons in Trinidad and Tobago, businesses and other areas, missed an opportunity also to just get involved. There are some things that you thought happening, you should just get involved. Seeing that people were there, if you had like a tent company, you donate 2 tents, send down your little air-conditioned tent, because people have these things. I see people rent them for crusades and things, you know. So you all would have missed an opportunity to add to a good humanitarian effort. People who have, who do breakfast and snacks and things that people could drink, and because they were providing all of that, you all would have been able to partner with them and get those things. So
Charles, you don't know about Seventh-day Adventists. Seventh-day Adventists are very organized, Trust me, and they and apparently you are getting all of that. They're very well organized down there. The only thing they didn't organize was the traffic at first, right? Because I guess they didn't expect it to be so. But the Seventh-day Adventists the organization itself, as far as I know, they are very organized. Very organized.
Yeah, well, they need to become complemented. The Express Individual of the Year award should go to them this year. But I'm just saying that there are other persons who probably should have just get on board and supported it, help it to move along a little easier and stuff and things. I'm really hoping that, and the next occasion, I'm really hoping that there's a next occasion very soon, that these people could come back again and help people, because people are really appreciating that help.
Yeah,
and if it is, what I would love to know is, for all of the backlog in the public sector concerning this issue, because obviously there was a backlog, how much has that backlog cleared up? And
that would be a good question to ask after.
And 2, did the Ministry of Health send any public health officials to see the process that these guys from India were using in terms of getting so much accomplished in such a short time? And why can't that be mimicked in the public sector?
Yeah.
So that when you need...
Is one doctor from India and one local doctor doing it, Two of them alone. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I understand it to be.
No, but what I'm saying is, whatever the process is, Wendell, that you could accomplish so many hundreds of cataract surgeries over a limited period of time, the Ministry of Health should have sent people to say, okay, let me see what exactly you all are doing, and mimic that process. So that anytime you need cataract surgery in Trinidad and Tobago, there should not be any more wait and no backlog, because you have now accomplished a methodology to deal with it in a way that's very efficient.
Yes. You're very right.
But I don't know if that's happening.
Yeah, because you don't have to travel for it. It's here. So while it's here, well, you go and see what it is, and take it and bring it into our system, whatever it needs to. Because in my mind, I am telling myself, whatever it is that they came with, it did not require a whole accident and emergency department that would take so much millions of dollars to create. Like I understand they have some new area in Port of Spain that they're opening up that takes so much years to fix. And, so whatever it is that they're using, clearly it could be moved and set up in a particular time in a particular way.
I tell you, I heard that a man just sitting on a chair, and he turns so, he do your eye, he turns so, he do his eye, he slide the chair on wheels now. And that's how what I was told. I mean, somebody who actually did it, if you're listening, or you know anyone who did it, if they could tell us exactly what the procedure was, that'll be great. And I understand also too, that they're also doing is pterygium that's the growth that you get on your eye.
Yes.
I understand that they may also be doing that, not just cataract.
Okay.
You know? So that eye is just an excellent thing, and it should be highly commended. They should be highly commended. The Seventh-day Adventist Hospital should be highly commended for what they're doing there. Bringing the guy from India along with their local doctor and doing those operations. Very, very, very highly commended. And they're doing it for free and giving you eyeglasses and shades and eye drops after. Well, my God. Anything is possible in this world. This world has some hope still, people.
Yeah, it does. It does. Guys, I want to play something for you all that Lincoln sent me since over the weekend. And has to do with the Valsin Teachers College. And he did a little walkthrough. And I kind of muted it, so we should be able to comment on it as we are going along. Yeah.
So,
this is the Valsin Teachers College. I muted it because Lincoln had some...
he was cussing now.
he made in between some of them.
Lincoln was cuss.
But people, this is the once prestigious Valsin Teachers College. Look at what it has become. You know, not too long ago, this particular place was housing the St. George's College, and I remember passing in that area. It's when and that was like that was a little less than 2 years ago when St. George's was there and went back to Barataria. The place was fully operational, clean, security. Why would, after something like that we would remove the security and leave a place to be vandalized to reach to this kind of stage? What would any government be thinking? When they talk about MTS, because I think they were the ones who deal with most of the schools and stuff. You know, why we would move out, even if because at that point in time when they were there, on other occasions, holidays and stuff, I would see that they would have like maybe 1 or 2 persons on the compound with dogs and stuff to make sure people are not interfering. So we move out that.
Your dog could get injured. You let go a dog and a compound, that dog in danger. Look at that.
well, now
you know, I have to admit, I kind of like it.
You kind of like what?
I kind of like it. I kind of like how it's looking because I think it's a wonderful film venue for the dead and them come back, and that you could film. That you could film that Caribbean. That is a perfect setting to film that Caribbean zombie movie. The dead and them come back.
Yeah. Boy,
I find it's wonderful. It have a lot of character.
A lot of potential.
Yep.
One thing, as Dean Allen said, the fence is standing. You see that fence? You remember how expensive it was when they first brought it in?
Yeah.
I think, what is that? What do they call it again? Oh, there's a name for it. That type of fence where you can't climb on it. There is no way you could climb on it.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah. It stood up. Look at it. It's a testimony to the type of fencing.
Yeah, but oh gosh, boy. And only a matter of time before them Piper and them started to take down that fence.
Watch me now. As we talk Piper, Port of Spain Corporation, Mayor Allen, Chairman Batiste, what is going on with the downtown stand? Why is it still there? Why is it a home now to people who just don't want to do anything? What is going on? Well, Carnival was February, March, April. 3 months later, the downtown stand is still there on South Key. Why? Hey, what the hell? NCC, what is going on?
Wow.
Chairman, what's your name again? Your partner?
Peter Kanai.
Peter Kanai. What is going on with downtown stand? Why is it still up?
Yeah.
It takes so long to go up, and now like they don't want to take it down.
Well, and I wondered because I mean and I wondered did the North Stand come down?
I don't know. I'm not generally about the Savannah side.
Yeah, because I know they say it was basically why they take it down so quickly and all those different kinds of, because they have to pay rent every day. By daily, they pay rent for these things,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
well, I don't think NCC paying for downtown, but still, why is it there? Why is this stand still
somebody
up?
must be paying for it, Wendell.
Oh God!
So they can't take all my old iron and wood and have it out there for free. No, it ain't working. So the more days, all they keep it. It's the more they have to pay. No, but I am saddened with this Valsin Teachers College, because it seems that we don't learn from things that has happened right across in St. Joseph, where Mr. Dial Singh lives up the hill. You understand? In the Curab school, they leave that whole school, a new school that was about 80% completed, vandalized.
We talk about that.
We talk about that in
every single, let me tell you something, Sir Charles, every single minister of education over the last, 15 years, Wendell, or 20 years, we brought that up with.
Yes.
And every one of them said, yes, it's on the priority list. Yes, it's on the priority list. Yes, it's good. Every single one of them said that.
And the same thing happened with the Monctove school, we just spending money, building things, and just leaving it for vandals to take out everything, because them fellas taking out everything, anything they could move with, light bulb, wire, socket, sink, toilet, they're going with everything.
Of course.
Yes.
And that's what happened in Curab. And people said, I wonder where it went.
They started to take the roof after. When they take everything inside, the roof started to disappear.
Yeah.
Lord. We could do a whole program on abandoned job sites. It will take a week and we won't finish.
And HGC homes.
Abandoned job sites. I will broaden it to job sites.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I broaden it to job sites, because we could talk about the Beetham wastewater. We could talk about that $2 million fence around empty the grass on the highway by Golden Grove. We could talk about that. We could talk about the buildings going on Chaguanas. Well, I think they finished one, I think they had done one.
They finished one, but the other one still in a horrible state. Yeah.
We could talk about the UTT campus. We could talk about so many different things that just there. We could talk about down South Key now. Yeah, there's an example down South Key where the homeless people are supposed to go. We could talk about Victoria Avenue where the social development ministry is supposed to go. What else? We were never done to.
Wait, that social welfare building on Victoria Avenue, they're not continuing it?
Richard, nothing has happened there since the election.
and
joke.
You know what else?
You gotta be joking, my friend. You gotta be joking, my friend.
Yeah. and Wendell and the hard ground there.
Yes.
They had fenced the area. I said,
they forget about that because they take down the fence.
Yeah, they take down the fence and the thing flat now. It have nothing. So whatever for all the months work was going on there, because I used to see workmen coming there in the morning when I go to run. I used to see workmen coming, opening the gate, going inside of there, and work was going on. But now that the fence has gone, the place is level. I don't know. The fellas must was probably building something underground like Iran. I know it's an underground city, but it have nothing in the place right now. Nothing. It is just really mind-boggling. And I see also that they have now taken down the poster with Mr. Hart also, because they are the one saying the Heart of Tunapuna, he died and everything. Yeah, but all that gone now. Just now, here somebody want to rename Eddie Hardground.
But just now they had already started that talk. Yes. Wow. A certain person in a certain ministry who like to wear gown and thing, they had already started that talk.
Nah, man. Well, I can't rename the ground. Right.
Yes, they wanted to remove the name and put the league there. The league ended up down in the stadium the other day when the security detail drive across the New Mondo track. That same person.
Wow.
Let me make a joke, yes?
All right, so people, we can take a...
Ariel Baca, you're right. The job on Tranquility Street. The big building on Tranquility Street, that and all stop. Nothing going on there too. You're looking for balance? I will give balance. You can trust me, I go read something like that.
All right, so we're taking your calls, people. Try 281-131-529-9516. And good morning to the Kyle people, in case that you might be leaving us at any point in time from here on, because we know that I see in between this area. We thank you so much.
All of a sudden, comments coming up on the screen. Who doing that?
Yeah, I don't know. Richard must have put it on. I will check it out.
Richard just do that. He can't put it on when he's driving.
I don't know.
What does happen?
I think the trigger.
Well, it triggered just before Gael gone off. So, but I seen them there on the screen.
All right. Caller, good morning. Caller. Let's try it again. Right.
Maybe we should always have that as a feature, though.
No. The other can come and go.
Good morning, sister.
Morning.
So, Charles.
Yeah, Bishop.
What disturbs me most of all is by the time the minister see this thing on social media, people jump up. Well, you know, it's the PNM who has leave this so. This is that. I am fed up on this. What's the PNM kind of thing now, you know? If the UNC government, when we voted for them to fix the things that were wrong. A matter like that should not happen. The minister should have gotten and should have gone into that. It's personally because when you train teachers, he should have gone there, look at it, at least clean it up, and make sure that the building is not vandalized. What is wrong with my government? I mean, I voted for them, I'm supporting them, but when they're doing crap, I am not going to sit by and say nothing. The Minister of Education needs to go and look at that place now.
Yeah.
No, he should take that tomorrow. No, and take that because look at the condition of what we train teachers.
Yeah,
There have been training teachers there, and the building is vandalized by papers. And as a government, you sitting by and allowing that to happen. They tell me, oh, the PLM, the PLM. I don't want to hear them for the PLM again. I want to hear what the UNC is doing to change the problem that we had, that the PLM gave us. I don't want to hear
Mr. Philip, you sounded exactly like how I sounded when the PNM was in government. I didn't want to hear nothing about UNC corruption again. No. Fix it. Yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah.
Get it done. Because we voted for you, we gave you a mandate to do that. We gave you a mandate to fix it. Go and fix it. You need to go and fix it because it's making us look bad. When we are supporters of the party, activists of the party, as a bishop, as a priest, when people see these things, they say, look at all the voted, look what they're getting now. Then we biased by the same PNM who know we are PNM, know we are embarrassing us enough. Because look at how we're operating, and we can't sit by and allow you to operate that way, and we do nothing. Go and fix the thing now. Go on. Look at it, clean it up, and fix it. That is governance.
Thank you very much.
Well said. Which is why I even say no. There are certain people in the PNM who are ministers. I don't want to hear nothing they have to say now. Because you had a chance to fix it and you did nothing, and now you're pontificating and criticizing a government that they're here. Yeah, the UNC said they had all the answers. But you had 9 years and you did nothing. I don't want to hear you. Let me hear new people. Let me hear Kareem. Let me hear Hans. Let me hear Birchwood. Let me hear Romaine. Let me hear new people. I don't want to hear none of all who was there for the last 9 years.
Caller, good morning to you.
Good morning, gentlemen. Me again.
Yeah.
I promise to call and thing. Now, what I'm about to say, really and truly, they have a lot of backstories to it, so that the time that allotted for a call like this really wouldn't do it as soon as. Let me give you an example, for instance. If you're talking about maintenance in the public service, which is generally done by daily rated workers. And Wendell should know what is a task schedule. Now, a task schedule is a legal arrangement between the unions and the government that is intended to facilitate the fact that people working out on the field in particular do have access to services like toilets and the availability of water. And because of that, they establish a task schedule, which is a sort of replacement for doing a full day's work, which requires a supervisor to allocate a particular amount of work that is substantial, maybe not 8 hours work, but let's say 6, 5, that kind of thing, and supervise them in a manner that they could get that done during that particular period. So when you see workers leaving at all kind of unusual hours, in my area, some leave as early as 8:30. You definitely can't do a schedule between 7 and 8:30. And in many instances, they're leaving the place that they report at 7, so that then they travel to the area, give you hours work and go. And that task schedule facilitates that kind of stupidity. And if you sit down with a union, which I have done, and try to get them to take another view of that, they would defend that adamantly. And that's the kind of stupidity. So when you see workers, generally daily rated workers, just walking off the job, they do all the thing in the area and they go, like the fellas who come and cut my lawn, even though I cut it 2 days before, and I don't want them doing that, but if the supervisor allowing that, then that is what they will do. So maintenance is a problem across the country because it's generally done by people who covered by that dotish task schedule, which from my perspective should be abolished. There's just a brief thing on that. Now, in respect of food badges, when Sir Charles was commenting, my wife wasn't pleased because she used to be, for years, responsible for the management of food places in the city of San Fernando. And a lot of what you say there, like how you use Port of Spain, and you say they only work in Port of Spain. I could tell you, because I once worked there when I was younger, most of the health departments throughout the country learn from San Fernando. Even the uniform that you see they wear now, San Fernando was the first to wear uniform at their own cost. It's something that the government provides. But San Fernando was always a pioneering public health department. I mentioned in the past a gentleman by the name of Mr. Waterman. Very, very, resourceful and innovative and always looking to do something new. And if you look at Calypso Fiesta, that was managed by the public health department in San Fernando, from inception, so and where it is now is as a result of that. So I could take my hat off to San Fernando and I could look at other departments around the country and recognize a lot of the deficiencies and recognize a lot of the things that they learn from San Fernando. But now, you have a completely new generation of people. So things might be a bit different. Now, at another occasion, I might be able to comment on what Wendell was looking at, what Khadija suggesting about changing just a little nuance, a little tweaking with the food premises registration, which is a detailed thing, At least I can talk for San Fernando and other places that I have taken that kind of perspective too, where it's not just take a food badge, there's a lot of training, there's a lot of continuity. Even right now, if I go to areas that I work, vendors would call me because they know me, because they were in some training over time and bringing them around. The only anecdote I could give to food handling is this. Look at your record and tell me if you see many instances of food poisoning or foodborne diseases in Trinidad and Tobago.
That is true. That is true.
The record is pretty good, and that is because there's a lot of work that you mightn't see and you mightn't be able to appreciate now. I could talk on this whole day. Recycling is another issue. That's something that's close to me because a lot of people were trained to do that transition. is a lot more complicated than we think. If you're recycling plastic, for instance, you have 6 different types of plastic that you need to recycle. If you're recycling food, there's a way to do it that was started in Point Fortin as a result of certain training. But when the majority of people that they choose to train are close to retirement age, then they will leave the service with all the knowledge. And you have a whole bunch of new people now who don't have the either the training or the drive to get it done, basically. You don't put it that way. But that is a complex thing. For it to succeed, it should have a financial incentive at the end. If you notice, without any process, people recycle steel because they could make $1. With plastics and other things, it's a lot more difficult. But it's possible, and it's something we should really try and embrace. And finally, I don't know if Wendell could comment on this, but from my perspective, I always thought that aldermen served as a result of being chosen by the party, and therefore they could be replaced by the party. I remember when Lee Hunt was an alderman, right? He could have been removed. Anybody could be removed as an alderman, which to me is the case with Mr. Roberts. If you are elected councillor, then you might have you have to have a by-election to fill that position as a councillor. But as an alderman, they could remove Mr. Roberts and move on.
I will double check that, but I don't think you can at this stage in local government, because they would have done it already, and even PNM sometimes may have done it, but I'm not sure you can. I don't think
and especially
is made up
if it had
could remove it, move the person,
and especially if it now has changed the balance of power. So it's a lot more on that, because
there are certain grounds then for removing an alderman. There are certain grounds that you must meet. I don't think you could just decide because you don't like the person or whatever that you could remove the person. There are certain grounds, and of course it has to go to a vote of the same council.
It have some things in this country that you could elect, but it's easy to put them in place, but hard to move them, like the Chief Justice on them. It's easy to appoint them, and hard to move them.
There are certain grounds you must meet, certain criteria you must meet, and as I say, it goes to a vote. The party can't just decide, hey, I don't like you, how you moving again, I'm moving you. Otherwise, our politics would be in chaos.
Hello, good morning.
More chaos.
Good morning.
Morning, Dabadi.
Good morning, Wendell and Richard. So I have to touch on simply on 3 topics, very short. First one with the surgery, catheter surgery that is taking place at the Adventist Hospital. I believe 90% of those people who got surgery are persons who came from the hospitals, the different eye clinics. I am certain. I think there's an indictment on our health sector. A total indictment. Because look, in 4 minutes, you could get your eyes done. I know a couple of people, they went Friday, they got a number because they didn't get through that same day, and they went back Saturday morning, and it was done. And then Monday again, another person who I know. So it could be done so quickly, right? 4 minutes, right? That is that. Concerning the landmark TT, you know, a lot of UNC supporters are saying how PNM did it by selective tendering. Nothing wrong with selective tendering, but the people who are involved in this particular project, right? Like so Saddam was saying, only putting it as though it's a private-public partnership and the government not putting out any money. But it's not state lands those houses will be built on. So who the land belong to? So when they sell those houses, that company that he has formed, which I saw the names and all them related to somebody in that same company, that is where the problem is. It's not about selective tendering, it's who are involved. A few of some people who concern you in your personal advisor. I going by what I saw in the newspapers anyway. So how could you have your personal advisor, some family to him, a brother, some other family to that person, and so on, as the board, who have to make that decision, and you are the line minister? How that could work? And then you want to say PNM did it. everything PNM did, they vote them on for that because they don't want it. So because PNM did it, all they come to do is say, then is it right now?
Yeah.
That is the correct thing now to do.
That's the circle and cycle we have to deal with for however long you live.
We have to try and break that cycle, and I agree to that. But
That is,
if it's wrong, it's wrong.
that is my point. Why can't you stop doing it? Do the right thing, and people will
do the right thing.
with you. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
And finally, I have some details. What happened? There was an incident at the Tranquility Secondary yesterday, but a parent gave me the story. But she said today she'll give me full details so I could vent it and louder the school on the radio. Something that happened to her son, but because she also distraught last night actually, she said she will send the information today so I could let you all know and let the public know what went on yesterday at Tranquility Government Secondary. Okay. So,
my alderman went in the school and beat up children?
No, it's not no children again, Everybody big now.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody's man and woman.
Yeah,
so anyway, I was talking that alone, and because the time is very limited, and that's before I go to Varsity Teachers College. What a shame to have that big, huge building be in a position like that.
Yeah.
I don't know who to blame. You don't know who to blame because everybody says not me, not me, not me. Everybody's shaggy,
Whoever is in charge right now is to blame.
And but they want to take blame. So you saw the thing is go?
Yeah.
Anyway, you all have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
But I'll be there next week Friday. Woo-hoo. Right.
Okay.
No problem. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, whoever is in charge is the one to blame. You had to fix the situations. Yeah. I was actually hearing also about a situation at our one of I would never say one of, but down at Carib, I understand they had a serious accident a little while ago, and I think 2 persons probably may have actually died from that accident, and I've not seen it in mainstream media. Some glass situation. It's something that that either blew up or whatever.
You mean on the compound?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't investigate. I heard 4 persons got injured, and I think 2 eventually died from it. But I've not seen it in mainstream media at all.
That happened this morning?
No. That happened a while now, a couple of weeks now, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but I put it on yesterday and find out a little more about it.
All right.
But we're at that point in time, guys. So, what are we getting ready for?
Well, I don't know.
It's on next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as Ms. Davidi just said. Cipriani College scandal in Cedrus is back. The scandal is back, so to speak. So it's next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday and Saturday at 8:30 and Sunday at 6:30. Of course, tickets available now at all usual outlets: K Squared Fashions, West Mall, East Gates, and Brentwood Mall in Chagonas, Jabili Rawi in Tunapuna, Alextronics in Arima, Anthony's Flores and Valpark Shopping Plaza and Shafle Auto Services. You can also purchase tickets online. Check RSR Productions Theatre for the methodology to accomplish that via bank transfer. And of course, you can also purchase tickets from the box office, which opens on Monday, the 20th. Would it be the 23rd? Yeah. What Monday would be?
Monday will be about the 24th or something.
Monday can't be the Sunday was the 17th. So this Monday was the 18th plus 7 is 25.
So it'll be the 25th.
Yes.
So it'll open on Monday, the 25th of May. That's when the box office opening. Monday coming, basically, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. So you can also get your tickets there too. So yeah, looking forward to being back with Scandal and Cedrus. We're having so much fun with this play. And of course, it's updated as things go along. Yeah, things are always going along.
You have all the money in the play now?
Well, no.
Well, you're down in Cedrus there, where the Superior Borough in charge of?
Yeah.
You could do a little something?
Hey, all the man should be getting some whip.
Victor, you could drag a coffin across the stage or something and say, hey, are the other man going there?
Pretty popular.
Me? I want to see again. I can't see mine.
As a dragon across the stage, you'll see inside the top and sponsored by Rum Shot. What is it? Rum Box.
Anyhow, so all 1 minute there, guys. All 1 minute there. Caller, good morning.
The guy important called Zina.
Yes, it's a very important.
Zina. It's only Zina he's interrupted us for, you know.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning, caller.
Hello.
Yes,
Chance.
yes, Zina.
You see what I tell
Yeah.
Yes,
he feared that woman. He feared that woman.
Times that I try to get in.
Yes.
You understand? But all your buff proof, so what I'm going to do? Is either that or stop calling.
She say all the buff proof.
Before I call, first make me 2 points here. I want to ball out Wassa. Give us water properly in a Rima. Since last May.
You want the water the garden?
Wassa gone down the hill. There's no improvement in water.
You want the water the garden?
Richard, you said something this morning about the hospital at the bringing the doctors to see how they're moving. No, that wouldn't happen. It's a very good suggestion, but that wouldn't happen when all those clinics opening up all over Trinidad and Tobago. What do you think it is for? At 15,000 an eye, what do you think it is for?
Mm-hmm.
That's to make money.
Yeah, they want that here at all.
So they want that. They sure they vex about what's going on there, and people going because it's free. What they will have to pay if it's 1 eye is 15, if it's 2 eyes is 30. That's a lot of money. And our system needs to see, as you say, what is going on and make a move to do something like that. And too much money is being spent and wasted in this country. You understand? On other foolish things when it could be put into sometimes more health issues for the people here. Not only health issues, work too. Because the average man in the street, the little oil and gas dollars, it was whittling down to the poor man by having CPEP and forestry and so. But the pauperized people, so they have to flock there. Let them go there. And as for the teachers training college, I don't think it have anything like training teachers again. You go to UE, you get your degree, and they hops you up. Find out from the Ministry of Education if teachers are being trained anymore.
Wow. All right. Okay.
Our system just gone down.
Yeah. What I could tell other hospitals to do is piggyback on what the 7-day hospital doing. Every now and then you'll run a program that will give something back to the people because you are in the business to make money and you are making a lot of money. And if people know the reputation of that 7-day Adventist hospital, they would know you don't go there, you don't get nothing for free there. You understand? Over the years, right? You have to pay. But they have decided they're giving back. Other hospitals need to do that too. Other private hospitals, St. Augustine, St. Clair, St. Joseph, Gulfview, all of them need to every now and then run something that will give back to the people. That's all.
I know there's the one in Fitz Blackman Drive, in the back by the stadium there.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name.
I can't remember the name of the place, but I know they too, and they normally do it around the Christmas time. They have a thing where they do a few cataract surgeries and thing also that they do free, but it is nowhere close to any hundreds of numbers.
And the 7-day Adventist hospital decided between May 14th and May 26th they are targeting 4,000 free cataract surgeries, which means that they would have brought the equipment and whatever they needed, the glasses, the shades, the eye drops, to satisfy 4,000 customers. Right? Yeah. Other hospitals could do the same. It don't have to be cataract. It could be anything you're doing. Free. It could be dental care. You're giving for a week free dental care to people. Do something, because all they're making money. Every hospital in this country has improved. Every private hospital, let me see, has built other buildings and expanded exponentially over the years. So they're making money. Do something.
So after 4,000 patients, there will still be a huge backlog?
That's the question we need to find out, Richard.
Yeah. Because
that's what we need to find out.
Yeah. Because
4,000 might just be a drop in the cataract bucket, you know.
I don't know. How much people we have with cataracts in the country?
I don't know. I don't know anybody personally, but I know a couple people who went and I didn't even know they had cataract.
Yeah, you could have, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you know, what could fuel cataracts too is when you're out in the sun and you don't wear shades. You don't wear sunglasses. Yeah. So we're in the Caribbean and we are in our sun. There might be plenty of people, right?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, you're right. But nobody coming up with that kind of statistic. Come on, what your name? Them reporters who like to go after stories now. Go and find out for us. Do a story on that.
Maybe we could get an ophthalmologist on, and they could give a sense of how pervasive it is or not.
Well, there you go. That's your homework for today.
So
between today and tomorrow, let's get an ophthalmologist.
Yeah.
I don't know when.
Somebody will send your number all over the place.
Richard, will you send your lady on the Power Breakfast show?
An ophthalmologist?
I think Steve Khan had known her.
An ophthalmologist?
Yes.
I can't remember.
Yes.
I just can't remember.
Yes, I think we did.
I sent your number all over and written on many walls all over the place.
Many bathrooms.
I am sure somebody will send you the number of an ophthalmologist.
Many bathrooms, his number is?
I did not say that. I get it very generic.
Yeah, my number is no secret. I just had to block a lot of people because they've been, sometimes I get tired of what's happening in Trinidad. Honestly, I sign off when I'm done with you all here. I sign off now. So my phone is, and sometimes I even forget to put my phone back on volume. So I miss a lot of calls and messages, because that's what I need to do more often. I don't do it often enough, but that's what I do now, But all you must find a way to send. If you can't send a message to me personally, send it on the chat here or WhatsApp.
All you know the numbers, WhatsApp it, we can get it.
Yeah, and we will work on getting.
Already, I check it.
Yeah.
There might be an ophthalmologist watching and will be willing to do it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Unless they have cataract too.
An ophthalmologist with cataract.
Well, physician heal themselves. But
my boy waxing biblical boy. Folks, have an absolutely wonderful day. Remember to let go and let God.
Yes, and of course, netradiott.com is where you continue to listen to the programming that's throughout the day. And of course, Net Radio Trinidad on all your smart speakers. You can ask your smart assistants to just, go to Net Radio Trinidad on TuneIn, and you can listen to the programming throughout the day. So you see, you don't need terrestrial radio anymore. We have you covered because we know all they have internet. So you can continue to listen to the excellent programming. Remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health. Have a fantastic day, whatever you do this midweek. I know it is. Isn't the week zooming by? And of course, counting down to the launch of the theater website, and I'll let you know when it's launched. And so you can go and see what it's like and how you can purchase tickets online from the website, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, have a fantastic day, people. You have been listening and watching The Breakfast Show.
Yay!
So where you are across the planet.
Get up. It's the time to start the day. The Breakfast Show is here. We bring in the soca way. Yeah.
Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line, breakfast show.